It is time for the Drew Yari Show. Drew Yari.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a special Saturday episode of whatever we call this certain show today. I guess it's just a Worlds Collide episode of from our lips to your ears, Revenge of the Savage Nerds, Drew Yari Show. It's going to be a big trio today.
Return of the Savage Lips.
Return of the Savage Lips. We can call it that. We could definitely call it that.
There you go.
Let me introduce you to the guys today. So, Jeff from the Hammerlock Hangover from Garden of Doom on Popular Review. Jeff Littman.
No, I'm no longer with Unpopular Review. I've been released. I have a no non-compete. So, hey everyone, good to be here. Thanks, Drew, for having me on.
Absolutely. Thank you for taking the time to come on.
Yeah, my pleasure.
And as always, you know the guy. He's a fine, outstanding young man, as someone would say. Little RJ, the Brooklyn Savage. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Just enjoying the nice Saturday afternoon over here, and looking forward to doing the show today.
Yeah, we had a nice little show today. We got something lined up that we've been planning since last week. So it's going to be a fun show for you guys, for the audience, and also for us. So,
right.
Before we get to the meat and potatoes of today's show, we got some news. There's always news. There's never not news. So, Keith Lee revealed the truth on his whereabouts from February to July. He put on his YouTube channel, basically explaining just everything. And I have Sports Illustrated as putting on the transcript of what he said. He said he contracted COVID-19 this January and was off television for about 3 weeks because of it. He came back for one match against Riddle in February, but he got a call the next day informing him that there was something off in his blood. Some people may have experienced this thing, and I'm quoting Keith Lee, some people may have experienced this thing where there's like an inflammation in the heart or lungs. For me, it was the heart. That led to very scary times. I was basically forbidden from training or any activity outside of a light walk. There was a fear that doing more than that, that there was a chance that I could just up and pass away. Lee said this was the case for 3 or 4 months, and he had several MRIs on his heart. So this became a fight against death, so to speak. And it took up until the company sent me to Pittsburgh to get looked at. It was to go to the point where I was about to have to undergo genetic testing and all sorts of things, because it was the thought that there was a potential that I could have heart disease of sorts. Very fortunately, even though it took a long time, we waited that amount of time for that allowed the inflammation in my heart to eventually go down to normal. So even though the first MRI was bad and the second one was worse, over time things got better here and there. And eventually, after that visit, I was cleared to try and get back into some sort of shape. That's where the real struggle is. But yeah, it took some time, and to be honest, it wasn't even certain that I was going to show up in Dallas in terms of on TV. As we know, Keith Lee returned to WWE the night after Money in the Bank in Dallas. And Lee also clarified during the video that his fiancée, Maya Yim, only contracted COVID in January because she refused to not take care of him. Yim had to miss this year's Royal Rumble due to testing positive for COVID. And that's the gist of what he said. What are your thoughts? Whoever wants to start.
Well, I'll start. I mean, this is what we've reported on Hammerlock Hangover all along. We're a pretty modest-sized audience, so not a lot of people heard from us, but we have sources. We didn't reveal the sources because they're not permitted to give their names. They're one step removed from Mr. Lee himself. And, so we had said this a bunch of times. And, we knew that it was serious. We knew that he had been fighting for his life at some point, or at least I did. Steve was in a little bit of denial, but sometimes I can't tell if he's just being contrarian just to argue with me. He's that good at it. But I'll say that we knew this and we reported it. So I wasn't surprised to hear it. I'm not sure really what took him so long to do it. It's almost like he was ashamed, which there's really no reason for him to be so. And anybody who is casting aspersions at Mia Yim should be ashamed of themselves. Anyone who jumped to the conclusions there was WWE corporate burying him or whatever, it's sort of dumb, but they should be mildly ashamed of themselves, though you don't owe anything to a corporation. But that's it. This is what we had heard from very reliable sources. This is what we reported. So, happy enough to have not have been wrong, but, it's terrible that this is what he's been dealing with, and clearly is still not in, ring shape, cardiovascular shape anyway.
Yeah, I echo everything Jeff said. This stuff what we heard for months, not exactly pinpointing, the exact, thing about the heart, but we've heard that Keith Lee's been struggling to, remain in cardiovascular shape because, frankly, he can't really do anything physical. So it's nice to have some pinpoint clarity on that. And, we just wish the big man well, on the way back to, being in the ring and finding his footing again.
Right. And I had made comments where I had said, I thought it was kind of annoying that every month it's always like, I got to tell you guys, what's going to happen. One of these days I'm going to tell you guys. One of these days I'm going to tell you guys. It's just like, well, tell us. It's just like, they'll tell us.
Yeah, no.
It's coming from a place of I love the guy. I want to know what's wrong with him. I'm not going to pound on his door and be like, I demand to know why you aren't in the ring. I'm not going to do that. I'm just like, dude, we want to know. And even our truth said the same thing. Our truth had said, just then tell him, dude. You let the people know. And after reading this, I feel like a goof for even kind of feeling angry about it. It's just, I can understand why, because worst case scenario, Keith Lee, Keith would have said what was going on with him, and then a week later something happened to him. So obviously he was waiting to know that he was ready to come back, and that he knows that he was actually going to be alive to come back, as harsh as that sounds. So I'm happy for Keith that he's back, and to anyone that even tried to insinuate that Maya had something to do with this, they can take a rusty fishing knife and fuck themselves with it. Plain and simple.
I don't know if I use the same words, but yeah, and even if she did, they live together. They're engaged, so it's not like a fault thing. It's not like she would have done it on purpose, but she didn't. He gave her COVID, and he gave her COVID because she refused to leave him alone, which is pretty heroic. That's what love and partnership's about. He didn't say how he got it, but who knows? Maybe he doesn't know how he got it. Maybe he feels bad because maybe he was the source of contagion around positive tests in WWE, and those other folks didn't get sick or as sick, but maybe he feels guilty of that. So, I don't know. This is just a reminder that they're human beings, but also that wrestling is not a real sport, because in real sports, they have to report injuries and statuses and things like that. And they don't have to in wrestling, even though they're public figures. If Chris Evans was sick during the filming of Captain America, Disney wouldn't have to tell us that either, and neither Chris Evans. So, it's a parallel like that. And I know the fans feel like they're entitled and they're curious, and when we're fans, we're invested. That's part of fandom, is they want to create that kind of investiture, but we sort of have to remember that it's a different sort of public figure, and riding the line of disclosure and privacy is, that's not something we're going to solve here. But listen, I'm glad he's okay. I hope there's good things for Mia in the future, and I hope there's big things for Keith's future going forward, because, I'm a fan, and, I don't like how they've been booking him since, but that's a different story. That has nothing to do with the illness, and it's not, or at least has nothing to do with directly with this story. So that's all I've got to say about that.
Right, and the moral of the story is that we're happy for Keith. We're happy he's back, but now it's just like, can WWE book him better? Like, just. I'm not saying.
Well, first they gotta let him get back in shape first, man.
Yeah. Because that's one thing he emphasized on is like, I came back, but I wasn't in the greatest of shape. So, once
he's still not.
Yeah, once he gets back in shape, it's just WWE, do something with this guy. This.
Yeah, but they could have just had him do some squash matches with some 205 Live or some of the lesser NXT people instead of having him. Lose badly to Bobby Lashley, and then lose to Cross, and then that then that got some backlash, and then they had Cross lose to him, which is stupid given what they're trying to do with Cross. I mean, the whole thing is just discombobulated. I mean, and part and parcel with the Jeff Hardy Cross story, which defend it if you like, but it's also discombobulated. It doesn't make sense, and it's part of a larger problem that NXT. And the main roster, sometimes it's canon and it counts, and other times it's like it doesn't exist. It's like a whole new thing, like Piper Niven, and that's weird. It's hard for fans. So we're supposed to think that Cross in the NXT universe is like Thanos, but Cross in the WWE universe is like everyone else, sort of 50-50 booking. So it's a disconnect, and that's a failure on corporate, not on Cross, not on Keith Lee, but I'm just saying that they could have given him some short matches where he looked dominant against little guys. They could have, carried the match with, moves, and all he had to do was, so like Miro last night, all he had to do was no sell that he was hurt a few times, stumble around a little bit, catch the guy, do 2 power moves, the end.
Right, and to go back to Keith Lee, now that we get all this information, it's just like, if they knew he wasn't in the best of ring shape, why didn't they just send him back down to the Performance Center to get in shape? That would have made a lot more sense. And also, your point about Cross, I mean, that's brilliant, because in NXT Cross and WWE main roster Cross are two different crosses. I know you said in the past, he gets no reaction, and sadly, much as I love the guy, he doesn't. And, you kind of hit the nail on the head, because it's about perception. Like, here's an example I've been using for the last month. Damian Priest in NXT, Rockstar had a Rockstar entrance. You put him on the main roster, Rockstar entrance. Granted, he was thrown into a really big storyline with, and, we probably don't consider him this, but, one of the biggest, music artists out there. So he got exposure. And then after that, he, started working on his own without, Bad Bunny, and was able to get himself over. So it's about perception, because they allowed Damian Priest to keep everything about him that made himself special in NXT. With Cross, they just put him on the main roster like he was just another wrestler. They took away his entrance, they took away Scarlett, they took away his leather jacket, his nice car, and they just had him go out there and just do an entrance. So
if they did everything the opposite of what they did, it would have been better.
Right, and it's just like, if a live crowd was able to see that entrance with Scarlett, with the lights dimmed down, with the smoke, they would be like, who is this guy? This guy is effing cool. Like, his girl is hell. Like, who is this guy?
He finally got a reaction after beating Hardy and going a little heel on him. And, I don't know who booked it, or if he's not allowed to call audibles, or if he didn't just think about it. But instead of putting on the crosslock again, I would have just had him do like 10 more Saito suplexes and go real savage. Sorry to go But I would have had him go all savage on Jeff Hardy and really heal it up, just destroy him like Brock Lesnar did to John Cena that SummerSlam, just one after another until Jeff Hardy just was just obliterated, and then he just walks out and the hell out of him. He finally got "You Suck" chance, and the only thing I'm reticent. I'm not sure if they're saying "You suck" because it's heel heat or they're saying "You care." I hope it's heel heat. I think it's heel heat, but I'm not sure. I'm going to stop back and forth. I'll get closer to my mic.
I think on the head. That's the way you got to do Cross. You got to show the people why he's a heel. Actions speak louder than words, and he's got to. Yeah, I think giving him dozens of Doomsday Saidos would have worked. And get over that move in the process. Get that over as one of his main, his main signature moves. Like you're fulfilling two different things there at once. So I mean, that definitely is a great idea. By the way,
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I would have preferred if it was like a SummerSlam match rather than a Raw match, because if make Cross look good and bump for him for anything that he does, it's going to be Jeff. So I mean,
it's rubber match time,
right? I have a feeling we're going to get a rematch at SummerSlam, which I'm not going to mind. And kind of like what Jeff just said and RJ alluded to, or not alluded to, but just echoed, is that match should just be a Brock Lesnar and John Cena match, just Cross just beating the ever living piss out of Jeff, and just the crowd just like boo, you suck, we hate you, boo.
But it's not going to happen because Cross is wrestling Joe the night before on TakeOver.
Just to say he's not going to pull double duty.
I'm saying it. maybe on Raw Monday night. It's just they don't do that. They don't do things like that. The card is pretty much already set, unless it's pre-show, and if that's pre-show, that's sort of a loss in and of itself.
Well, they did it with Kevin Owens whenever he had to do a takeover, and the very next day he wrestled. I forget, was it John Cena, I believe, or I think it was somebody. Cesaro. There you go.
He wrestled Cesaro.
It's not impossible. I just think it's unlikely, especially since they're advertising that match with Joe to be a war.
Okay, fair
but
enough.
You know what though? That SummerSlam is before TakeOver this year. SummerSlam is on next Saturday, and TakeOver is the night afterwards.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's true.
He could squash Hardy SummerSlam and then go back and feast on Joe the next night. So
I'm all for it.
Without even breaking a sweat. So
right. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. He just comes out and beats the fuck out of Jeff, and then the very next day they hike that up. It's like, he destroyed Jeff Hardy. What chance does Samoa Joe have against him? So I mean that's nice. That'd be good.
Doesn't stand a chance.
Cross doesn't like. I don't know how to do Pat McAfee. Well, Pat McAfee's isn't on NXT, but I guess Wade Burke. Samoa Joe doesn't stand a chance.
Why don't you do Beth Phoenix next?
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Jeff Hardy, the legend. Cross went in there to destroy him. Yes, he did.
Right.
Wade Barrett always sounds like he's angry all the time when he's commenting. I'm like, dude, calm it down some, man.
I don't know. I miss Morrow.
He just turned 45, so he's not happy. He's grumpy like me.
Oh God. Woof.
Oh no, I miss Morrow. Is it wrong that I miss Morrow so much?
No, not at all.
It's not wrong. I mean, you're entitled.
I don't know, but I guess moving on to the next topic.
So we're gonna have some fun. Are we doing a bus flip or what? I want to fire some.
Yeah,
okay, I guess we could skip Smackdown and AEW. We'll just go right to the bus flip.
Oh, is it your regular show? No, we shouldn't skip anything. I didn't know what this was.
All right. I mean, I'm just saying. I want to get to the fun too, but as journalists, we have to cover all topics. We'll make this quick. All right, so SmackDown last night got a 2.499, which is actually the highest rating they've had since, was it the day after Christmas? Or no, the Christmas episode, my bad. Where they got a 3.3. SmackDown, very promo heavy. Not too much wrestling. And maybe that's why, I don't know. But John Cena and Roman Reigns had the best promo I've seen in a while. I know you guys saw it. John Cena just, of course, talking off the cuff because he's John Cena. He made references to Dean Ambrose, which the whole crowd popped for, and then made a not so subtle as a bit about CM Punk saying, when I beat you, I'm going to run to the crowd and blow you a kiss. And then Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns saying after 20 years of missionary, it didn't work out well for Nikki Bella. And it was just a really good promo. I liked it. It felt like I was watching a sitcom. Like, that's how long that promo was, but I enjoyed it. What'd you guys think?
I didn't see it because I didn't see SmackDown at all last night, so I can't speak on it.
God damn it,
RJ. You should have vetted us first. I actually did see it, but you're lucky because I DVR'd it. I didn't watch it live, but I did watch it today. I agree with you. I thought it was a really good promo battle. I thought it was one of the better ones. It was certainly the best one that John Cena has delivered. I mean, I think that his comeback his re-debut has been sort of a bit of a fizzle. It's sort of been paint by numbers promos and then sort of getting increasingly more stale. This was not. This felt fresh. And basically it was like, you're going to beat the hell out of me, but all I got to do is pin you 1, 2, 3. And he kept repeating it like a theme, and the crowd would go 1, 2, 3. So they were totally behind Cena. And I could tell that these guys, they were having fun with it. They were laughing, and I'm not sure if they were trying to laugh like they were, belittling each other or mocking each other, or if they were really trying to hold back laughter, or a combination of both. But it looked like they really enjoyed themselves. Roman was cool too. He says, "I'm going to smash you. I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to pack you up and send you back to Hollywood so you can do more movies. Congratulations, I'm a fan." What do you have, like 4 movies out now? I mean, it was good. You're right, it was match light, but that doesn't bother me any, because I have always said that in the triangle that is professional wrestling, there's 2 really long lines. One is characters, the other is stories, and the shortest line on the bottom, that's the matches. And that's the thing that matters the least. And I don't care what AEW fans will tell you about work rate and this, that, and the other thing, because when Malachi Black came out and as to Cody, that was about the loudest pop I've ever heard from an AEW crowd ever. Period. So,
yep. Not lying.
So there it is. But yeah, that was really good, and I think it built up the match. That said, the 2.499. First of all, it's going to be adjusted up. Yes, it always, for whatever reason, I don't know why Saturday the computers don't count the same as they do every other day. But apparently, Fox had a bunch of NFL preseason games running in lots of markets, and that may have influenced the numbers some. I prefer my theory that with AEW Rampage being on from 10 to 11, that Friday night became a wrestling night. And people who were watching SmackDown, they checked out AEW. People who were staying home to watch AEW said, "What the hey? I'm going to watch SmackDown." What? Same reason you see Burger King next to McDonald's.
Like I was mentioning to Jeff before you got on, RJ, I didn't get a chance to watch Rampage because I think I DVR'd it too late, or I added it to my YouTube watch list because the first episode, for a reason, is missing. So I wish I got to watch it because it looked interesting. What is it? Not Rusev. Miro defeated, who is it? Sting del Sol.
Fuego del Sol.
Fuego del Sol, which, like Jeff said, it was, I guess, was it a competitive match or was it a squash match?
Okay. So the beginning minute and a half was Fuego del Sol hitting a bunch of tornado DDTs, and they were acting like already established from the Lee Johnson match, Big Shotty, that tornado DDTs was something that Miro was especially vulnerable to, like it was his kryptonite. But after, a couple, like one tornado DDT before the bell rung, and then one immediately afterwards, and a close count out, and then a third, then Miro caught him, and so it was a squash match after a little story like False Hope story in the beginning, but it was not very long. No CJ Perry showed up, and it was basically a glorified squash match. But of course, in true AEW, everyone gets a trophy fashion. Tony Khan came out, handed Sammy Guevara a contract. Sammy Guevara, who apparently is Fuego del Sol's best friend. I thought Chris Jericho was his best friend, but what do I know? Fuego del Sol got a contract because if you're 5'5", 135 pounds, and you're a luchador from Mobile, Alabama, then you deserve a contract. Sammy Guevara actually said, your record's like 1-50, but who cares because these people love you. Come on, man.
Okay, then.
But you're sort of burying the lead. The lead was that Christian defeated Kenny Omega for the Impact.
Well, I was getting that. I'm just covering each match, Jeff, because like I said, I didn't watch the show. You did. The
first match was the title match.
Yeah, that was for the TNT title. I'm sorry.
No, the first match was the Impact title match.
God damn it. Okay, whatever. Anyways, I'm just going to go in order how I feel. Christian versus Kenny Omega for the Impact title, Impact World title. Christian winning, which, shocked a lot of people. But, hey, good for Christian. I like Christian. One thing I want to get into with you guys is I saw this on Twitter starting after the match, and a lot of people suggesting, Christian. How to put this? Someone put, oh, Christian has a world title in 2021. What does Edge have? It's like Hall of Famer.
I wouldn't even pay that any mind.
I didn't, but it's just like I had to kind of put it out there, and I made it very clear. I've always thought Christian was the better wrestler, but Edge is the bigger star. He's always been the bigger star. I mean, Edge, come on. Hall of Famer, main event in 2 WrestleManias, has a cornucopia of, memorable moments. Christian, again, good wrestler, but he's never been a star. Plain and simple. AEW, I can't recall AEW even getting 1.5 million viewers, let alone 2 million viewers or 3 million viewers for that matter.
5 stars.
5 stars.
AEW could get 2.5 million viewers. It wouldn't change the status of Christian versus Edge. Edge is by far the bigger star and has the bigger legacy.
Well, no, I get. Well, no, the point I was trying to make, Jeff, is people were actually saying, Edge is on SmackDown. He doesn't move the needle. But you look at Christian, I'm like, stop, please, just stop. That's the point I was kind of making.
Well, Christian doesn't move the needle either. But I mean, the takeaway I have from this is that Impact has so little respect for itself that it is now has 2 consecutive world champions that aren't under contract to Impact.
Yep. Bingo. Monty would say the same thing he was on right now.
Boom. That'd be his words. Boom.
Take off my mask and you'll see I am Monty.
Oh, no. Gasp.
Upgrade.
Doing a show with Jeff Lippin all this time.
Level up.
And I would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for you meddling kids.
I know.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Damn it.
But, yeah, good for Christian. I'm happy for Christian. I like Christian.
Well, that means he ain't beating Omega at All Out, though.
I mean, who exactly is wrestling Omega at All Out?
But probably the next few hours is losing his title to Andrade. The question is, do they ever mention it more than once, and do we ever see that title around Andrade on Dynamite, or is it almost never mentioned again?
You mean kind of like Moxley in the U.S. title?
Yes.
Yeah, probably. The answer
maybe
is
maybe even more so. As you notice, they haven't talked. They weren't selling Resurgence anymore.
Oh, AEW's weird.
They didn't mention anything about Lance Archer. Lance Archer's defending that title tomorrow against Tanahashi. They didn't mention that this week on either show.
Nope. Are you right?
I'm telling you, that Forbidden Door is like Jerry Mouse's door.
It's convenient. It's convenient for the set of time, and then when it's not, then you don't hear anything about it.
So it's like a Jerry Mouse sized revolving door.
Mm-hmm.
It locks frequently.
Yep.
Whenever the security guard takes a smoke break.
It's like that relative you don't want coming over, but you let him in because you're trying to be nice. But then
That's Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston. Oh, you really hate Eddie Kingston.
Yeah.
Come on, you know that Eddie Kingston looks like that uncle that you have that comes over for the holidays, doesn't bring anything, bums cigarettes, and takes home lots of leftovers.
Oh God!
And it tells inappropriate
I'm laughing
stories to the
because that's
kids.
true.
He hits on like his nephew's new girlfriend. So
How you doing, honey?
Oh, so you go to University of Georgia? That's a good school, right? It's the Yellow Jackets. Oh, it's the Bulldogs. Oh, my bad. Tell them I'm interested. Tell me about Bulldogs. I love Bulldogs.
I want to bulldog you a little bit later on, but that's besides the point. That's neither here nor there. You feel me, partner? Oh boy. Well, he's not lying though.
Oh my God.
What Kevin Castle calls Eddie cab driver?
Cab driver.
He calls him a cab driver.
Kingston from the neck up is a fabulous professional wrestler. He's a fabulous sports entertainer. But from the neck down, but he's what's the word? Well, deadbeat uncle. I already described it. I don't need to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, great talker, but not a very good wrestler. Plain and simple.
No.
So let's get to what we've been waiting for all week. Let's get to see who we're going to fire and who we're going to keep. And there's going to be a lot of firings, I can already tell that. So let me just pull up the AEW roster.
Oh, here we go.
All right. So,
Yeah, I also want to try to make a mental note of people who appeared on TV that aren't actually on their roster, that never had contracts, but we were led to believe that 100 of them were.
Yeah, there might be some people on here I'm probably not going to remember, but we will do the best we can, and
Sure.
let's do this. The male roster. Aaron Solo. I think that's Bailey's ex.
Yep. Camarato Solo, to go. Jim Cornette.
Rabbi Aaron Shlomo.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Fired. Send him to the kibbutz.
Send him back to Mom Bailey, and then she's going to reject his ass.
Get his ass up out of there. He's got to go.
Bye-bye. I have no idea who this is. Alan 5 Angels.
Oh, that's the guy from Dark Order. Fire.
It's 5. It's 5. Yeah. I mean, he's a nice guy. I've interacted with him a little bit, but yeah, sorry, fired.
Fire.
I guess agree. Fire.
Mhm.
Alex Reynolds.
You keep him.
Yeah,
I'm firing him.
bad. He's not. Is that the guy with the short arms?
Yeah.
No, that's his partner.
No. That's
John Silver.
Oh, Silver. Oh, keep Silver. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who Alex Reynolds. Is that the guy like the really? I guess kind of like
His partner.
Like
The one with the really, really dark black hair.
He looks like Aaron Solo, except with lighter skin.
Mm-hmm.
He's the other Beaver Boy. Him and Silver were the Beaver Boys. They were
Beaver
literally 3 and 4 for the dark.
Okay, I don't know who the fuck this is. Fire. I'm just gonna say Fire because I don't know who he is.
Who?
Alex Reynolds.
He just did him.
Yeah, because I was trying to remember who he was. I'm like, wait, who the fuck is he? I know I've heard the name, but I guess Fire. Whatever. Andrade El Idolo Isolo Alaolo Igolo.
Keep him.
Keep him, obviously.
Keep Andrade. El Idolo. I wish they would take him away from Chavo and Vicky. Just get him away from the Guerreros. Period. Honestly. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that would be what I would do. Get him away from the fucking Guerreros.
I would say
I love the groomer. There was definitely a Guerrero upgrade from Vicky to Chavo. I liked Chavo the first couple of weeks. The bloom is starting to fade, but I'm not sure if that's because there's not really much of a story. Like, I mean, he had that sit-down interview where he's like, the TNT title and AEW championship are my next steps. And then the next week he's targeting the Death Triangle. Why? Well, probably because he wasn't authorized to say that in the interview. And they said, slow your roll. But when we get to Chava, well, I'll already tease it. I'm going to say keep him because I haven't decided yet. Because Andrade, to be frank, while I like his look and I like this little character, he hasn't really had much of a reaction from AEW, so the jury's out. But I would keep them both, and let's come back to it in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, he has been lighting the world on fire, and even that match he had with Canelo a couple of weeks ago wasn't really all that impressive.
Isn't that like has he had one or maybe 2 matches since he's been there?
He's only had one. That was it.
Wow.
Andrade has not, like, just all over the place. Andrade has not looked good in the ring. I was telling Monty this when we did our last show. Andrade has not been looking good in the ring. Like cardiovascular, his cardio is like shit. Like he had a match with Laredo Kid, and that match was just it wasn't good. It wasn't good, and Andrade was blown up. Just I don't know what's going on with him, but he's got to get it together.
You think it's Charlotte's fault?
Probably
Charlotte's in shape. I don't know. As many faults as I think Charlotte has, I mean, you cannot blame.
I'm kidding.
You know, you can never say that lady ain't in shape. So, I mean, Andrade, he better keep his weight up. I don't know.
His father-in-law may be a bad influence.
Woo! Come on, man, let's go. Woo!
Come on, Andrade, let's get a drink. Yes.
Listen, if in the world there is an actual father-in-law you can cheat on his daughter with and you know he won't give you up, it's that guy.
Rick, let's go get some pussy.
Because he's cheating on his wife when they go out, so they're like, okay, I'll keep your secrets, you keep mine.
I just love the wrestling soup thing. Outer pussy. Do you have any pussy? Sir, this is a McDonald's. That doesn't answer my question. I would like some big pussy.
Right now.
That machine's out of service, sir.
Jesus Christ. Next is Angelico.
You keep on Helico, but they got to do something with him and Jack, and they got to do something with those guys quick. This whole bullshit with Matt Hardy, that's not it right now.
I'm firing him.
I think anything with Matt Hardy isn't working.
Oh,
Good.
I know it's awful.
Yeah, like Brian last said, Matt Hardy will always be Jeff's brother.
Yep.
Not when he was broken, Matt Hardy. That was good. He for that 1 year and a half. That was great.
Yeah, that.
Yep.
Yeah, for like a year, but yeah, it really just.
Yeah.
And
when Lita was cheating on him with Edge, that was good too.
Yeah. Yeah, those were the only times where Matt Hardy was relevant. But for the most part, he will always be Jeff's brother.
I'm just saying, listen, his life has been much more stable. He's got a family of 4. He's got a compound. Everything's, everything. He's won in life, but as far as being an interesting wrestling character, not so much.
Yeah, and he's having a 5th kid.
No, that's a rumor. That was a joke. They just had a baby 6 weeks ago. I'm not even sure you can get pregnant that quickly afterwards.
I'm pretty sure Matt Hardy will find a way.
Okay, fair enough.
It's his premonition. Who the fuck is this? Anthony Bowens?
Wonderful!
Anthony Bowens, one half of the Acclaimed. I don't see nothing to him either. Go ahead and let him go.
Yeah, it's just
I'm keeping him. I'm keeping the Acclaimed.
I think Max. Yeah, it's just Max. I guess since we're already talking about them as a team, Max Caster. Obviously, keep.
You keep Caster.
Keep it, bud.
Cass got a future.
I had no idea he's 35.
Yeah, Max Caster. I saw that. I was like, what?
Yeah, if anyone didn't know the controversial rap that he did on AEW Dark, where he made references to Simone Biles and the Duke lacrosse case, and then referring to North Carolina being smellier than Julia Hart's vagina, which she's a 9-year-old girl, so you can imagine how uncomfortable that made people feel. But
she looks like she is 16, by the way. I would need some ID before crossing her.
She put up a photo of herself.
That would be wise.
She put up a photo of herself from when she was like, "This is me when I was 13." I'm like, was that like last week? Like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Like, you look young as fuck.
You do.
Oh.
You can tell. You can tell drugs have never been swung her way. That's a good thing.
She's like, I like sody pop. I like sody pop. And
right.
candy.
Sugar is probably a drug to her.
It's like, hey, baby, you want to try some white stuff? You mean sugar? Okay.
Well, I'm keeping the acclaims. I'm on the record keeping them both.
Yeah, but I guess keep Mac. If I had a gun in my head, keep Caster. But
yeah, saying keep Caster. I keep Bones. I could do with or without him.
Right. Anthony Ogogo.
You keep Ogogo. He's a future prospect in my eyes. He's the only one that I give a damn about in that factory faction with your QT Sheen James.
Kevin James.
Oh, God.
Reluctantly keep.
I would say keep him because he has something to him, but give him a better finisher instead of just that gut punch. Because I'm not okay. The guy's obviously professional. If he punched me in the gut, it would hurt like hell. But it's just like when you're watching it on wrestling, it's like, can you give the guy a better finisher, at least?
Yeah, I agree.
Like
I'm a Monty.
Punch.
Huh?
I'm a Monty was kind of shitting on it in the beginning. Yeah. He's like, he hit him in the stomach and they called the match. What the hell is that?
Yeah, that was lame. That was way too quick.
Yeah.
I mean, at least the heart punch has some history in wrestling, or I could see like a kidney punch do it in a professional boxer. Yeah, you're right. The finisher is bad, but I'm more worried about the fact that he's blind on one side of his eye from orbital fractures. And he's in a company where a lot of people are a little bit green, and it's a dangerous business to begin with. And also, he had 2 matches, and he already has broken ribs, and we haven't seen him since. So that's why it's a reluctant keep. But he does have something to him. He's got that legitimacy. If they ever turned him face, like a program with him and Aleister Black, would be cool. So I'll keep him. But he's another one that I would have on a short leash.
Right. That's fair.
All right.
Yeah, watch out for those injuries, so you can get a return on your investment.
Yeah, he's also like 33 or 34. He's not that young a guy.
Yeah, you're right.
Austin Gunn. Bye-bye.
Oh, God. One of Billy Gunn's awful children.
Yeah. All of the guns, bye-bye.
I love Billy.
Yeah.
I think Billy should just be a trainer and on TV.
He doesn't shake his ass enough to even be entertaining, so he's got to go.
Yeah, I mean, trainer, can he move? I'm not sure he's able to move. I think he can do deadlifts and bench press, and that's the extent of his range.
Billy Gunn's got to go. Yeah, I agree with Jeff. All 3 go. Get out of here.
He looks great for 58. He looks great for 28, but no.
Triple H didn't even let these guys be in NXT. Take that into consideration. Goodbye.
And every time he is next to 9 out of 10 of their wrestlers, it's just a reminder of how silly it looks. That Billy Gunn was a big guy, but he wasn't considered a giant in WWE. He's a giant there.
Yes, he is. It's almost comical.
Yeah, so I'd get rid of him. I don't see where he's helping, and he's got his 2 useless kids there.
All right, I guess I'll agree. Let the Gunn family go, including Billy. Billy should just go back to WWE, trainer, producer, what have you. Bear Country.
It can go.
You don't like Bear?
The one guy has some size to him. The other guy looks like, any look at indie wrestler you could see anywhere. At least the one guy is sort of big, but he's country big. He looks like a bear. The other one isn't even really big. He's like Rhino if Rhino never lifted weights. So I get rid of him.
RJ?
You keep the hoss looking guy. You let the frail looking guy go.
I could live with that.
Agreed. I guess we put these two together as a team: the Butcher and the Blade.
I don't know. I like those guys, but to me, AEW they're damaged goods already. Yeah, I would let him go. I'll let him go. Damaged goods.
I think right now, there are teams I probably would put a pin in that I'd keep them, but depending on how many tag teams we're left with at the end of this, I might decide that they are superfluous, or I might hold on to them. I mean, there's something there. I mean, you're right. They've always been used as basically losers, tough outs. They're basically 2 Iron Mike Sharps, even with the bunny. But there is something there that they could do. And, I've always felt, strong booking is only 3 shows away. So they could turn it around if they wanted to. I just don't think that they want to, because they've got the Bucks, they got FTR, they have Santana and Ortiz. There's always, teams of the moment. If they want to put money behind Moxley and Kingston or whatever, you got the Lucha Brothers reforming. But I think that they're an okay team. So, like I said, I'd put a pin in them. Maybe circle back later on. If we're down to 10 teams, or if we still have 10 or 11 teams, I'd probably cut them. But if we were down to 7 or 8 teams, I'd probably keep them.
Right.
And it's kind of a shame because they at least look like something.
Yeah.
And, in the land of AEW where it's predominantly smaller and more I guess, leaner guys, these guys look like kind of like an old school territory team. But,
Where's the Butcher?
I think he's injured.
I know he had surgery, but I thought it was like appendicitis.
Yeah.
I think Shivani said the other day that he's a couple of weeks removed from coming back.
Okay.
Yeah. Next is Brandon Cutlet.
You fire that motherfucker quick, fast, and in a hurry, dude. He's nothing.
He's a big.
Obviously, his nepotism. He has his job.
Sucks. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Get him up out of
here. Brian Cage.
I'm a machine.
I'd keep him.
Keep him, but book him like a monster. Let this guy be a big guy, man. Quit booking this man like he's a cruiserweight.
That's kind of my problem with him, is that this guy should be almost like a mini Brock Lesnar, but he wants to work more like Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, bro, you're too big for that. Just throw these dudes around and call it a day.
Like Arn Anderson, why doesn't someone like Arn Anderson see him and go, "You're a pretty big guy. Why aren't you working like a big guy?"
That's because Arn Anderson is drinking the Kool-Aid of AEW.
Arn Anderson's just collecting a paycheck. We all saw that picture of him picking up a package at his home, and he lives in a very working class, sort of school teacher-like neighborhood. So he's getting paid well. He's not going to rock any boats.
Exactly. He's drinking the Kool-Aid, bro. He's all in. No intended. He's all in.
Brian,
he's all in.
Brian Pillman Jr. Keep.
You keep Brian.
Push him though.
I'd keep him. I'm not as sold on him as other people are, but he's got the name. He's young. Keep him. Why not?
I mean, the guy has a look. The guy has a great look. I mean, he's likable. This guy should be. And when I say pushed, I mean don't just right away put him in the main event title slot. What I mean is just slowly push this guy as your white meat babyface. This guy should already be one of your best guys out there, but you're pushing him like one of the guys.
Right.
I don't know what to do with him exactly, but I would keep him. I mean, I think the team of the Varsity Blondes is okay.
All right. So,
yeah, it's not.
Go ahead.
It's pretty. I mean, they're green, but it's all right. It's not bad.
Right, and I guess since we're already on.
I mean, this is.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I was just going to say, since we're right now, I mean, obviously we can talk about whatever we want, but the real decision is whether we're firing them or keeping them. So, I would stick with keeping him.
Right, and since we're already on the topic of the team, Griff Garrison.
Right.
I'm saying, would you guys
Jungle Man?
Would you guys keep him or fire him?
I would keep him, but I think I'd fire Julia Hart. I don't see anything there.
And Julia Hart, I mean, we'll get to the women soon, but Julia Hart, I haven't really worked. I'm not worked, but I haven't seen too much of her to really judge her. I only saw that match with, so I can't really judge her work too much. But I guess keep them as a team. They're a nice, neat little team. Griff Garrison.
Yeah.
Griff Garrison. I'm kind of on. I don't really see too much in him, but I guess keep him as a team.
Griff. I think Griff has got. I think he's. I don't want to say future superstar on him, but he's got prospect written on him. I wouldn't dust him off. I wouldn't get rid of him yet.
I desperately want to see Griff Garrison turn heel, put on a bigger loincloth, and attack Jungle Boy and say, "I am Jungle Man." I will keep him until that plays out.
To be honest with you, they should have put him in Jurassic Express. Take Mako Stun out and put him in.
It'd be like a Russian nesting doll.
Yeah. But I'm just gonna say it before we even get to him. Marco Stunt, bye.
Yeah, get him up out of here.
Take your fucking measured ass home, you piece of shit. I fucking hate Marco Stunt. Anyways,
oh,
next one, Brock Anderson, Arn's son.
Brock Anderson. Oh god. If he's serious about it, I mean, I guess keep him for future. It's too early to judge.
For me,
I tell you what though, he's 20-something. He looks like his old man already. As an old man, I mean, he's got the balding spot already. Oh my goodness!
Well, he got that trait from his dad without any of the thickness. So bye.
Good lord!
I could just picture him looking old, and when he was 10 years old, it's like, Brock, what is 2 times 2? It's 4, man. He just has the fucking coldest haircut. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Too soon to tell, but honestly, I honestly don't care at all because he hasn't really been on TV that much. So I guess keep whatever. Next is -1. Brody Lee Jr.
Oh, good lord. Jeff, you want to take this one first?
Jeff, for the love of God, think about what you're going to say before you say it.
It's a fake contract. Just leave it alone.
Hey, Brody hasn't made. He's getting to train with Liv Morgan, so he's good for him.
You get to Liv Morgan be in the ring with Tate Conti. I mean, this little kid is living life.
Hey, Liv, can you show me how to do a leg lock again? Oh, sure, Brody. You always want to do that.
Leg lock? He's probably asking for the Fez presses.
I know, right?
Or stink Fez press again?
Or a stink face in the corner.
That's right.
Hey, Ty.
Anything in the buckle bomb, the stink face, rear view.
Hey Ty, I saw this movie Bronco Buster done by X-Pac. Can you try it on me?
Yeah. He's got a couple more years where he can milk that. So yeah, good on you, kid. You know, you've earned your stripes the hard way. Enjoy.
Exactly.
Hey Brody, is that a cup in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? That's a cup.
To be determined. Dun, dun, dun. Dun.
Oh, yeah, Brody's fine. FTR, Cash and Dex. Keep
them.
Yeah, they're the best tag team in the company, so keep them.
Yeah, you keep those guys. You'd be foolish not to keep those guys. Those guys know how to put together a nice composed match and get a good story in. And I mean, just keep those guys.
Right. We just talked about not too long ago, Chavo.
Oh God, let Chavo go. Goodbye already. Retire, Chavo.
Keep him. Let him be like a coach or a producer. I don't know.
No, let him go. I'm sick and tired of this guy. Get him out of here. I don't care. I don't want him to be a coach. I don't even want him to be around.
I don't know. I've never been a Chavo fan personally. I mean,
Chavo sucks, man. We gotta stop with it. He's
like,
a legend. Where?
It's like with Matt. Chavo will always be Eddie's cousin.
Exactly. And I give Matt Hardy credit. At least Matt Hardy was somewhat of a star. Chavo Guerrero was never a star. Cruiserweight division? Oh, big deal. Was Hornswoggle.
I already said my piece on Chavo. I already said keep him. I'm watching this develop with him and Andrade. We'll see.
Chavo Guerrero, a huge superstar. Where? Come on, people gotta stop. A legend. Oh my God, give me a break.
He was good on Glow.
Did he get an Oscar for that?
I think so. I think he got all the Oscars. Yeah.
Oh God, must be in his mind.
Jesus Christ.
Him and Chris Jericho must be smoking that same set of crack.
Well, it's funny you said that.
Anything that keeps Chavo away from Alberto Del Patron is a good thing.
Oh God, maybe that is a good thing.
Hey,
that's
anyways, next one is Chris Jericho.
Oh God,
you have to keep Jericho.
You got to keep Jericho, but you got to keep him away from all the meatball sandwiches.
He's transitioning into another role. I mean, you can see the plan.
You damn right he's transitioning into another role.
Into an actual role. Like a role, Jeff.
That was a softball. I got it. I understand.
A yeast roll.
Yeah, listen. As a 52-year-old man who's built similarly to Jericho, if not worse, I'm very sympathetic.
But at least you're a man, not being paid $1 million to be on television. Chris Jericho's being paid $1 million to be on television.
It is true. I've never been paid a day of my life to be in shape.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Jericho, he has name value, but it's just like he needs to step away from the ring because watching him wrestle is bad. It's bad. It's BAD bad because the guy gets gassed up in like the first minute of a match. Not even a minute, first 30 seconds.
He's a masterclass in promo, and I don't know. I mean, if he left, he would be swooped up by WWE right away, and then that would be so deflating to AEW. It would be so inflating to WWE fans saying, see, this was just a way stop. They all come home. Your biggest star, your first champion came home. They all will, except for the ones who couldn't. WWE would never take any Omega. So even if Jericho gets gassed walking to the ring, they still have to keep him there just to avoid that.
I become it.
I become a tubby.
The Drew Yari music.
What have I become? I come a fat piece of shit. I can't stay away from the sandwich table.
I saw that Big Mac. He was calling out my name.
I mean,
and the fries and the McChickens too.
You guys are making fun of Big Macs, meatball sandwiches. These are all some of my favorite things. I want to hang out with Jericho, not you guys. Can I do a show with Jericho instead of you guys?
Oh, God.
You're not making fun of him? Are you admiring it?
It's gonna be like that Family Guy thing, the in shape, out of shape guy. That's gonna be Jericho. That's Jericho.
Jericho, call me. Jericho, call me. I'm the only one here.
Me and RJ are gonna be like, "Are we supposed to be afraid of you? We're not sure." And then Jericho,
Robert Mitchum.
Yeah, he's just
Jericho. I have really good taste in scotch.
Oh my god, Jericho for name value, keep, but he needs to go on a treadmill like now.
Oh,
Jesus Christ! Let's get away from Jericho before he eats us. Christian Cage, the new Impact World Champion, keep.
You keep Christian. You need some level-headed veterans to help teach these younger guys. So you keep Christian. Christian will be an asset to any wrestling company.
Right.
Might not be the main draw and anything like that. And I think, and I'm a big Christian fan, but I'm one of those fans where, you know, my expectations or my hype is where it needs to be, you know. And Christian hasn't been he's never been a mega draw, but Christian, within the inner makings of a company, Christian could definitely be an asset to like I said, the younger talent and everything like that. So you keep Christian.
Okay.
Right. Next is Christopher Daniels.
Oh God. He's another one that needs to hit the treadmill too, huh? He signed that Tony Khan money and he lost himself as well.
I don't know where has he been?
Christopher Daniels.
The Fallen Angel.
He fell all right. he fell off the treadmill too.
Oh my goodness.
Agree. Christopher Daniels gone.
Yeah, I think his career's done anyways, right?
I mean, he's been done for a while.
I mean, he didn't say he was retired. I mean, SCU said that they were done, and then we really haven't seen him since. But regardless, I'd get rid of him. I mean, but if he's a trainer or in the back office, that's fine. But I assume you mean as an in-ring talent.
Yeah, as an in-ring talent, goodbye. I don't want to see your fat ass prancing on my TV screen acting like a juvenile delinquent. It's done. It's over.
It's like, I didn't care in 2006, and I still don't care. The Best Friends.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me you don't like Christopher Daniels with a guy liner?
I never gave two fucks about Christopher Daniels in 2006 when I watched TNA. Never cared about him. I saw AJ Styles, I saw Samoa Joe, and I went, those are stars. Christopher Daniels, I went, who the fuck is this aging rock star? Like, even in 2006, he looked like somebody's grandpa. Like,
oh, God.
Again, I didn't care then, didn't care now. Anyways, The Best Friends.
Yes, sir.
Orange Cassidy,
oh, God.
Chuck Taylor, and Trent.
Oh, God.
I get rid of all of them. Not interested.
Same. Goodbye.
Agreed. Fuck Taylor is just awful.
Oh, God. He is awful. Talk about another guy, treadmill. Good Lord. That muffin top. Awful.
I mean, yeah, just awful. Bye-bye. Bye. Trent,
Get out of here.
Trent, I always said, had something to him, but he just sucks. And Orange Cassidy, I've never been high on at all. Another casualty of Jericho. Jericho latched himself on Orange Cassidy for whatever reason, and what happened since then?
We know why.
Nothing.
Well, Orange Cassidy is a gimmick that has a short shelf life. They used it well the first year. through that street fight with Santana and Ortiz. Then they tried to push him as a mainstream star. Had a little bit of success, and then it fell back. I mean, those segments, even the title matches, and did pretty poorly in viewership. And I don't think they've really known what to do with him since. It's sort of in this area where they've tried to push him as a main eventer, but they're keeping him in these joke feuds. And I think the act is over. I think it reached its apex when he did the spot with Sting. I think that's it. There's nothing left to do.
Right. I mean, with Orange Cassidy, that's a gimmick that once you've seen it, you've seen enough. And the fact that a lot of people were suggesting he's over, I'm like, is he really though? Like, he's really not, because Jeff Lippman, or I have him right here. Jeff hit the nail on the head. That was a gimmick that wasn't really meant to last that long. So. What do you think, RJ?
Orange Cassidy, he doesn't bug me like he bugs you, but I mean, I'm not really a big fan of the guy either. Fuck Taylor, we've been saying it forever. Looks like the big doofus that belongs working at Best Buy. Trent, great athlete, great shape, but he hangs around these guys, so he's stinky too, so he's got to go. All three of them. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Next is the EVP, Cody Rhodes.
You have to keep Cody Rhodes.
Oh, good Lord.
Obviously keep Cody. He lost his smile, apparently, after one loss to Malachi Black. Oh, my God. But, keep Cody. What do you think, RJ?
Oh, send Cody out of here. I'll help pack his bags, get him up out of here. I'm tired of him and his CW level acting. He's got to go. This ain't Princess Diaries or what's the other shows on CW? This ain't Stargirl or any of this bullshit. This guy, he is so bad. Dramatic promo. Every time he loses or he's not about to win a big match, there's always some big dramatic schmoz with him. You guys notice that? Like when he didn't win that ladder match, like he did the whole thing. Oh, will he be able to compete? And then this whole shit with Malachi, instead of just putting the guy clean over, getting your ass out of the ring, he wanted to do all this extra dramatic bullshit. Granted, Black did get him, hit him with the crutch, but still, like, get your fucking ass out of the ring, man. He's so dramatic.
He basically did the ending of Forrest Gump, where Forrest is talking to Jenny's grave. Jonah, I don't know what's going on. I love Jenny. It's like I'm going in a drill. I love you, Jen. Like, that was basically Cody's promo, is doing the ending of Forrest Gump. But yeah, I don't hate Cody as much as RJ obviously does, but he's been doing too much. And
it's over dramatic. I mean, he's done in under 2 years. He's done every gimmick there could possibly be. Some of them twice. And I don't know, but he is the heart and soul of AEW, for better or worse.
Yeah, unfortunately,
that's true. And his stuff is usually, out of the EVPs, his stuff is the best. But it's just like over dramatic. Very over dramatic, man. It's just like, does it really need to be this way? I know you took acting classes, but use that in movies or whatever. When you do your little side projects, don't bring them on to wrestling. Okay? Please.
It's overacting. He's like a bad soap opera acting.
Oh my God, it's so awful. It's so terrible. Why am I talking like Kenny Omega right now?
Kenny Omega. We'll get to him soon. I'm surprised.
Kenny Olivier.
I'm surprised Cody, when he's doing a promo, the camera doesn't just pan to him. He just turns around and looks all dramatic. I shall challenge you to a match.
I want to challenge you to a duel.
It'd be funny if he did a promo, he ended it with like a classic line from one of those tearjerker commercials. Like one of the times he'd be like the Indian who cried when he saw litter. The next time he'd be like Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires. He just did stuff like that. Have a Coke and a smile.
Have a Coke and a smile.
Shut the fuck up.
Cody Rhodes. Next is boom, 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 Cabana, boom, 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 Colt Cabana.
Does he even work there? I mean, I would get rid of him. I mean, he's clearly there only because of pro wrestling teams. But yeah, no, he serves zero function.
RJ?
Colt Cabana? Oh, God. I never saw anything special in Colt Cabana. Wrestling ability, I don't get it. I got it with Chris Hero and guys like Claudio, the guys that came from the Indies and stuff. Ace Steel, I got why he was so highly regarded. But Colt Cabana, I never got it. Always thought he was really, really silly and just that, in my opinion. I would let him go. They got too many comedy wrestlers enough as it is. And like I said, he doesn't do anything that blows me away anyway. So it's just like, whatever. Yeah. I would ship him up out of there. He'll move the needle for me.
Yeah, and then CM Punk's come in, so I have a feeling he might end up leaving. Or he might get fired.
He could boom his ass up out of there, as far as I'm concerned.
That'd be funny if in CM Punk's contract clause he's like, I'll work for AEW under one condition, fire Colt Cabana.
It would actually be funnier, he'd be more evil if he said, don't fire Colt Cabana, but my merchandise sales don't go to PWTs. I get my own store.
Yeah. We can do that. Have no idea who these guys are. Dante and Darius Martin.
You don't know who Top Flight are?
Oh, Top Flight. Bye-bye.
I think I'd keep them. They're young, they're thin, but they can fill out, and they have talent. One of them's been hurt for a while, which is not a great sign, but I'd keep them. I would keep them in whatever their version of developmental is.
Yeah, same. I keep them. At least they're promising prospects. I keep them.
All right. Darby, keep.
Yeah, you keep them.
You have to keep them at this point.
Let's see. Dustin Rhodes.
Bye.
Yeah, good and retired, Dusty.
I mean, keep him as a coach if they even have a thing for coaches. But bye. I want to hear Jeff do this one. Eddie Kingston.
Keep Eddie Kingston. He's got the gift of gab. I prefer he's just a manager, just a spokesperson, but no, you keep Eddie Kingston.
Right, same. I'll do that. Somebody that can manage somebody, help coach, promo.
In fact,
help the guys.
Tell me on changing my business on Chavo if you had Eddie be the spokesperson for Andrade.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, right, exactly.
That would be much better. That would be like 1,000 times better than Chavo or Vicky. Yeah, keep Eddie.
Especially when the Lucha Brothers join them and they become like the Cuatro Vaqueros.
Yeah, keep Eddie because he can talk, and I'm surprised they haven't told Eddie, help these guys talk, like please. So keep Eddie for the gift of gab. Ethan Page.
I don't get the hype Page. Like he's another one I don't get. Very silly. Comes across as I don't know. I don't get it with Ethan Page. I'll let him go.
I get it with Ethan Page, but talk about a guy who got lost in the shuffle from day one. I mean, his debut night was overshadowed by Christian Cage's debut, which was not exactly an explosive debut. So, I mean, I know why he went there, because it's a steady check, and it's a steady big check as opposed to Impact, where it was not so steady and not so big. But I don't know what's happening with him. I mean, nobody's seen of him for 5 weeks, or Scorpio Sky, two guys who were supposed to be solo stars who just left tag teams to be put into another tag team, and a tag team that lost to a 140-pound guy and a senior citizen. So
exactly.
That said, Ethan Page is a good wrestler. He's a good talker. I mean, I think that he needs to have a wrestler haircut as opposed to like a insurance salesman haircut. He needs to do something with his look. I would keep him, but it would be contract.
Yeah, I would keep him because he has something to look. He can talk, he can work, but it's just like, and they brought him in. He was just like it seemed like the company had no clue what to do with him from. They put him in that ladder match, and it seemed like it was almost like a polite golf clap when he came in. And then Christian, debuted on the same night. And ever since then, they had no clue what to do with him. He had that match with Darby, and where has he been? So, keep him, but do something with him, because he has something to him. Jeff's favorite, Evil Uno.
Evil do shall prevail. Evil Uno. Delete.
Oh!
Oh, man.
Really? Vitorino Uno gone?
Gone.
Oh. Big Titty Uno is gone.
Hey, Evil Uno, what's the capital of Thailand? Bangkok.
Oh, God, that's bad.
Jesus. We're getting to him. Don't worry about it. Frankie Kazarian. Bye. RJ?
Frank Future Kazarian, huh?
And the future's looking good.
The future's looking good, especially for 47 years old, right?
He's 43. But the Elite Hunter, I mean, how is he supposed to get over with that gimmick? He wasn't even allowed to beat Doc Gallows.
Jesus Christ.
I know, right? Mr. Cheerleader.
Doc Gallows is terrible.
Well, he's awful. That high cheerleader kick he does. Oh, he's awful. Lord Stumblebum, as I like to call him. Yeah, Frank. I like Frankie Kazarian. Like, see, he's another guy. He's another veteran that a lot of guys can work with because he doesn't work that sloppy, chaotic stuff. But he does enough just to pop the crowd. I'd keep Frankie. Let him help work with the younger guys because they need veterans like that. And Frankie's still in great shape. Frankie can still go. He's not like Jericho and Daniels embarrassing themselves and botching up moves and coming to work out of shape. Like he's a veteran that's in shape, like Christian, and he's a guy that can get you a good to great match. So you keep Frankie. They're gonna need vets or some of these guys, and him and Christian are two guys that I think can definitely do that more than anybody that they have on that roster.
The problem is they don't use the older guys for that. That'd be fine. I mean,
right.
I mean, it's not what's being done. If that was the case, I might revisit it, but
right.
That's not what's happening. I mean, if anything, Kazarian's being used to lose two guys that are close to him in age that we always knew he was going to lose to the Elite. So it dopey. If anything, he should have lost a feud to Sky and put him over.
Yeah, you're right. And that's where AEW needs to get better at booking. They need booking some of those situations because a guy like Kazarian should be putting over the Pentagons and the Phoenixes and the younger guys, the guys that need the boost. The Young Bucks, they don't need, and the Young Bucks don't even need to be called the fucking Young Bucks. By the way, when you lose your hair at the age of 35 years old, you're not young. Come on, it's time to roll on. But we get to those two fruitcakes later. But yeah, I keep Frankie.
Fuego del Sol.
Yeah, you keep Fuego.
I'd fire him. I never would have hired him.
But he just got hired, Jeff. How could you?
Listen, if he didn't have that much invested, it's not much to lose. So it's better today than tomorrow.
Undecided because I've never seen him wrestle. So
Listen, last in, first out. That's the rules. You know that.
yeah, I guess fire. I'm just gonna go with Jeff. Fire him. Just fire him. Hangman Adam Page. Keep.
Keep him.
The Private Party.
Oh God, this is gonna pain me, but you let those guys go. Very green, still wrestle like they're green. Almost 2 years later on TV, still wrestle like they're green. I think it's time to let those guys rock. Let them go. Let them go back to Amazing Red School, and hopefully Red can find some fine print in their work. Good Lord, they just not TV ready.
I don't have a big speech prepared for them. Just let them go. Fired. Bye.
Same. They're not very good, and you want to know what a better version of them is? The Street Profits. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
I think we touched base on this. Jack Evans.
Keep Jack Evans, because he's another guy that can do all the flippy chaotic stuff, but he's another guy that can help put guys over too. At this point, you need vets to put over the younger guys. But like Jeff said, the AEW's not doing that, but AEW needs to start doing that. Even though I want to see Jack get his just due on television, though, but he has that's my bias showing because I'm a fan of Jack Evans. I know a lot of people don't care for him, but I don't know. The 2000 RJ in me just jumps out whenever I see Jack Evans.
I already said it, but I'd fire him.
I'd fire him and go back to his untalented wife who can't cook lasagna.
Oh God, whew, that's bad.
Well, I mean, it's nobody famous as far as I know, but his wife. He posted a picture of his wife's lasagna, and it looked like she made it while she was driving.
Oh God.
So that's
awful.
Then that's all that needs to be said. Jake Hagar.
His ass heartbeat out of here.
Bye bye.
He is so awful.
Yeah, no need.
Never liked him when he was Jack Swagger. Still don't like him.
Didn't like him as Jack Swagger. Didn't like him as Jake Strong. Don't like him as Jake Hagar. Goodbye. Good night. Get his ass up out of there. Awful. How you been in the business 15 years and still green? Come on, bro. Fuck out of here. It's awful.
Okay, I have a feeling this is going to be unanimous with all three of us.
Uh-oh.
Joey Janela. Bye.
Oh, get Jelly Janela. Get his ass up out of here.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Even the AEW fans hate him, and they love everybody.
Yeah.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
Oh, my God.
Get him up out of there.
Leave the Coke. No.
Jesus Christ. John Silver.
You keep John Silver's. I think you should keep him. We always say that you got to keep some kind of characters in wrestling, and I think Silver's that. He's an interesting looking anomaly. He's a short, brolic guy, very strong. He's very... You keep Silver. I think you keep him. Out of all those dark matter. I'm thinking about my EFED group. Dark Order. Out of all the Dark Order guys, you keep him.
I want to hear more about this EFED group. What's an EFED group?
Oh man. So I do EFEDs, which is pretty much role play wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much what that is. But yeah, I would keep John Silver.
Wouldn't. I think he's all that's wrong with, well, not all, but he's close to all that's wrong with professional wrestling. I get rid of him.
I keep him.
Small.
I keep him because what I've seen from him I actually like, and he has something to him, so just keep him. I don't have a problem with him. Steve's favorite, John Moxley.
Palmer.
You keeping John Moxley.
Obviously keep John Moxley because, he's a name and the crowd seems to like him. They pop for the Wild Things theme, which I actually like the theme, by the way. So keep them.
Yeah, you got to keep Plumber Moxley. You got to keep the plumber and the cab driver together. Why not?
And it upsets Steve. So, I mean, it's a win-win for everybody.
Wow, dang.
I'll never get why Steve has this imaginary feud with Jon Moxley. It makes zero sense.
Shift to Steve.
I have imaginary feuds with all sorts of wrestlers, so I mean,
yeah, but he's like,
I can't.
If he's like, Jon Moxley will leave Renee, and he's in Nicaragua right now. He's in Nicaragua, get away from Renee.
Well, I say I have an embassy at the southern portal, and I'm the viceroy of Nineveh. So.
Yeah, good point. Next is, I guess we're going to treat this as a team. Jurassic Express. Get rid of Marco. Bye.
Oh, yeah. Out of there quick, fast, and in a hurry. Without even a second thought.
Jeff?
I really don't see anything in Jungle Boy. I like Luchasaurus, though. And it is AEW, and I can't get rid of everything that makes AEW, so...
No.
Since we've fired Marco...
No, Jeff, pretend you're the book. Pretend you have the pen, and you have the power. So you can fire whoever the fuck you want.
What was that,
whoever the fuck you want. No, we're basically...
Well, we already got rid of Marco's stunts. Okay. I'd get rid of Jungle Boy. I'd keep Luchasaurus.
Okay.
Keep Jungle Boy. I see something in Jungle Boy. I think he's still... Yeah, sure, he's very, very thin, and he probably won't be... If you like size, he probably wouldn't be a believable main eventer, but I think that he's got something. I see something in him. Like, him, Guevara, Darby, MJF, and Page. Like, I see something in all those guys. Like, I really do. And there's some of the reasons why I watch AEW to begin with, because damn sure ain't for Cody and the Young Bucks and the rest of that fucking crew. I can care less about any of those guys, but Jungle Boy, I see something in him, so I keep him. Luchasaurus, he's got to tighten up those in-ring skills. I just wish he was a monster. He worked more of a monster style.
Yeah,
so this awkward bullshit that he does with, like, he tries to do the shit that Damian Priest does. It comes across sloppy, whereas Priest looks like a pro doing that,
Okay.
Well, there's a reason. Priest was trained with pros. Luchasaurus quit with pros and went to Mexico.
Yeah.
All right.
It shows. Good Lord.
So for me, obviously, throw Marco's son out the door like Uncle Phil. Like, that's how bad I want him out of this company and out of wrestling. Luchasaurus, I want to see him work more like a big guy, because if your name's Luchasaurus, why are you wrestling like a cruiserweight? It's like, wrestle like you're a dinosaur. Like, wrestle like a savage. Like, be a badass. Jungle Boy.
Or wrestle like a big man. I mean, this dinosaur thing is dumb already.
Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
I am conflicted about how I feel about Jungle Boy, because he has talent and the crowd seems to like him, but it's just like, he's very thin. I don't like all that hair, personally, and he has the personality of a raisin. Like,
he's got to work on being a little bit more fired up.
It's like,
but you know what? But here's the thing, though, right? That's something that those guys in AEW should be teaching him. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, they have all these veterans, but nobody's teaching anybody anything. Like, Jericho's not teaching this guy presence, how to sell, how to be Christian. Like, come on, like, what do we do? Come on, you gotta help teach these guys. I know it's a case where, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. But come on, you got all these vets, Mark Henry, Big Show, all these guys that's been around the business for a long time. That's worked with the big stars like the Rocks, the Austins, dare I say Triple H's, and they can't help these guys tap into something and help them This guy's father was fucking Luke Perry. God, for God's sakes, come on! Like, I agree. He's got to work on tapping into some personality there.
Well, one of the side effects of back when, 3 years ago, when one wrestling company toured 300 or 320 days out of the year, is that you traveled with the veterans, and it wasn't just that there was NXT. A lot of people started in NXT for 1, 2, 3, several years, and then they were traveling. So they were, when you're together, you share your secrets. With AEW, they work 1 day a week. They fly in, they fly out. They're not paid to teach, and they don't spend enough time around each other to bother to teach. So you really have to take an interest in someone or be invested. So, the Young Bucks really aren't teachers. Kenny Omega teaches people. Joe doesn't work, well, maybe it does. I don't know. It doesn't work for me. Cody is there, but he seems to be very busy and distracted with other things. Dustin doesn't teach the AEW people. He tries to sell them on his school. Same with Q. So, there's not really a lot of incentive to make a never-ending supply of professional wrestlers, to have a never-ending supply of money to hire wrestlers. And some of them are going to work out and some of them aren't. It's sort of like the shotgun effect. So, there isn't that. Basically, we live and breathe with each other for 300 days. So, of course, we're going to tips, we're going to have conversations, we're going to forge relationships. These guys leave. Some of them, they don't see for another week. Some of them go off to other indies and relearn indie styles, or indie, selling to that crowd that night for that show and not learning about working episodic TV or telling a story. There was that whole confusion segment a few weeks ago where Jungle jealous and angry that Luchasaurus was hoisting Christian up on his shoulders, and it looked like that was supposed to be something. And because Jungle Boy can't act worth a dick, it probably was just like he was thinking, did I turn the coffee machine off?
Yeah, me and Monty. That'd be pretty stupid for them to try to.
And you remember it was the same day the picture of kissing Anna Jay came out, and I was like, oh my god, they're going to turn them heel and make them king and queen of the Dark Order. That's the only thing that can save that bunch of losers. But of course that's not what they're going to do, because all the kiddies love Jungle Boy, and they just bought that ridiculous song I finally got out of my head in the 90s from the 80s. Now it's back again.
Oh,
that's the one. And everyone's like, I love that song. You love it now. You're not going to love it in 3 more weeks. I promise you.
Alrighty. Next is the artist, the greatest artist in wrestling history, the greatest wrestler ever of all time, ever doing anything related ever. He has a 5-star match every time. He has a 6-star match.
He's on the Boogeyman?
He was the 5-time winner of Dave Meltzer's If he was a guy and I was a girl, I would totally sleep with him. Just kidding. I would sleep with him anyway. Award.
That's the funniest you've ever been, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Dick.
Oh, by the way, hint time. Does this guy do jazz hands, by the way?
Yes, he does. Ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Kenny Omega.
Does he love Carolina?
Oh.
Kenny
Omega. Kenny Olivier.
Kenny Omega.
Harpo my finger foot.
Harpo my finger bang. Jeff.
Finger bang.
Jeff, what
okay.
you start?
I know you told me that. I know you told me this is if you were starting your own Fed, what would you do? But that's not the way I've been playing this game. I've been playing this game if I was running AEW the way AEW is constituted.
No, that's what I said.
What would I do? And I think I've been. I know, but I'm going to keep playing it. I'm not going to try and recreate the whole thing. In my image, it would be a whole different thing. And I think I've made some sort of hard AEW Jungle Boy. So I am not going to fire Kenny Omega. I'm going to keep Kenny Omega.
RJ. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not gonna fire Kenny Omega either. I would just advise to kind of clean his shit up a little bit. But I wouldn't fire him because I mean, as much as we like to make fun of him, and Lord knows I've had my fill and my fair share of making fun of him. I can't deny that the guy is a great wrestler, but he's not my cup of tea.
All right.
The first thing I would tell him to do if I was running a wrestling company is you have got to chill out with all that prancing and dancing and finger pointing, bro. I can't take you seriously and all them faces he be making. Like everything Cornette says about that guy is true. Like the jazz hands, the funny faces, like his butt plug just fell out. It's there. It's there for you to see.
Okay. So, would I fire Kenny Omega? No, I wouldn't.
Olivier,
Kenny Omega. I would not fire Kenny Omega. I mean, I'm not a Kenny Omega fan at all. Never have been. If I'm in charge, I tell this guy things first. Enough with the faces. Like, enough.
There you go.
It's stupid. Stop it. Stop with the prancing. Stop pointing at people. Just stop. It's stupid. Stop shaking the ropes like your Ultimate Warrior because you're not. Also, another thing, tell him to get in shape because Kenny Omega from 3-4 years ago, the guy had abs. The guy looks like he has a belly now.
Oh, he went from ab to flab, huh?
Pretty much. Like I don't know if he went to the Chris Jericho school of dieting, but it's just Kenny Omega needs to get at least with Cody. Cody keeps himself in shape. Like Cody looks Cody looks ripped every time you see him. So, but with Kenny Omega, it's just like I'm not a fan of him at all. I mean, Brian Last said it best. He acts more like an Intercontinental Champion rather than a World Champion.
Yeah, true.
But I would definitely not make him a World Champion. Just how I look at things.
That's true.
Next is Lance Archer. Keep him.
Thank you.
Yeah, you keep big.
Lee Johnson. Bye.
Bye.
Shitty Lee Johnson? Yeah, you let him go.
Luther. Bye. Bye-bye.
Oh, get his ass up out of there. Oh, God. Without a second thought.
Goodbye.
You take him and that stupid up and you get him out of here.
You can take his partner, too. I'll save you the time. Serpentico can go also.
Okay, so, yeah. Both of those guys.
Serpentico can send to go.
Malachi Black, obviously keep.
Yeah, you keep. You keep my man there.
Mark Henry, keep.
Yeah, you keep Mark Henry. Whoa.
I don't know what he's doing there. It seemed really weird. I don't know if I'm just used to him being somewhere else for all this time. But, I mean, I was used to other people being other places. It just felt wrong. What's his role? I mean, he's not really that great at commentary. And being an interviewer is weird. Like, I'd like to see him do, like, those backstage segments, like interviews, sort of what they have JR does. Maybe more natural, maybe host their podcast or like a pre-show or something where he can be himself. I guess that's a really long way of saying I'd keep him, but I'm not exactly sure what to do with him.
Says here, commentator, coach, scout. Yeah. Next is Matt Hardy. I'm just going to say it. Bye.
Matt Hardy, get him up out of here.
Delete.
Categorize himself as obsolete.
Yes.
Yes. It's wonderful. Yes.
Yes.
I knew you'd come.
Brother Nero.
Did you check your voicemails? I think you deleted them.
Vanguard 1 should come and eviscerate him.
Yes. And we will never have to see him again.
Could be like King Arthur, where Skarsgård takes him off to the island of Avalon.
Anything that involves Matt Hardy just never being on television in 2021.
Okay with that, too.
All right, so RJ, this is for you. Let's go. The Young Bucks, Matt and
oh
Nick
my
Jackson.
God, you take Matt Jackson with that goofy face, and you take Nick Jackson with his deer in the headlights look and that balding hair. You take him and go get some hair plugs first and foremost. Then you fire both of them. I fired both of them. Goodbye. You're not even the best tag team in your own company, bro. Get out of here. Over here sabotaging Proud and Powerful and FTR for to push their own narrative and shit like that. Fuck out of here. I can't stand those guys.
Jeff.
He's got to go.
Jeff, what do you think?
You want me? You know what? I'm with RJ. I'd get rid of them.
I am exactly the same. I am done with the Young Bucks. Because I said we're not going to fire Kenny Omega. I will do cartwheel. I will freaking roll the Young Bucks out of the arena in a wheelbarrow. That's how much I can't stand them. I'm done with them. Again, they're not even the best tag team in their company. I mean, they wouldn't even be the best tag team in WWE or even NXT. Like they're just. I never saw what's. I'll make it simple. I can at least see something in Kenny Omega more than I can ever see anything in the Young Bucks. Like,
well, it's 3 strikes, they're out.
Bye-bye, young twinks. Matt Sydal.
Gone. His brother, too, who I'm sure is next in alphabetical order.
Poor Matt. Bye-bye.
Yeah. I love Matt Sydal, but yeah, it's time to rock. You gotta go, bro.
I mean, we've got top flight. We kept a bunch of teams that are just like them. So there's need for, all they do is have matches that are too long.
Next is
and they all do the same thing. The flippy flops.
Oh, sorry.
And Drew hates the flips and the flops.
Flips and flops work, but in like, I guess what's the word? And not in excess. When it becomes like a normal thing, I'm like, okay, can we see some actual wrestling? Next is Michael knock it off and get the fuck off my television.
Oh God, get him out of here, please. I'm over Nadia's brother tweeted on Twitter. He goes, Nakazawa's the shits, and Nakazawa retweeted it.
I actually had a fairly pleasant exchange last night with Michael Nakazawa. That said, as an in-ring talent, goodbye, sayonara.
Miro, keep.
Yeah, you keep Miro. He's on a run of his career right now.
God's favorite.
Once he lost Kip, he's been near perfection.
Next is MJF. Keep.
Yeah, you keep MJF. Feature heel. I mean, like.
Yeah, you have to keep MJF.
But one thing, I want to see more of him because it seems like we only get to see him wrestle sparingly, and when he does, it's like for 5 minutes.
He's not that good a wrestler.
Okay, he's not terrible, but it's just his gimmick is what
basic.
Really makes him.
I didn't say it was terrible. I said he's not that good a wrestler. I mean, he's like The Miz, but not as good. And by the way, if you haven't been paying close attention to him, it's like he stopped exercising about 3 months into this contract.
Oy.
That's true too.
Okay.
He was more in shape when he was in MLW.
I thought.
Oh boy. Next is Nick
Camarato.
You keep him, though I'm not sure why, other than he's big, but he looks like a wrestler, so I'd keep him. But I'd see if he can wrestle. But he does. Just because I like my line, I'm going to finish my thought. He looks like Billy Jack Haynes and Haku had a kid.
Does.
Does. I'll be honest.
I keep him.
I don't think I've seen him.
I keep him. I know he was in NXT for a good bit. He showed some promise while he was there, but he got cut last year. when they first did their Black Death stuff. So, but yeah, I mean he's got to prove his worth here. So yeah, I think that I don't know. I guess we have to wait and see what he can really do before passing off a judgment.
I'm just gonna go with undecided.
Like back in the day, they could have taken someone like him and they could have made him Britt Baker's bodyguard instead of bringing in Jamie Hayter or something like that. So he could have been like Mr. Hughes and learned how to wrestle. Right. And never learn how to wrestle. Just be adequate.
Because not everybody needs to be in the ring.
Mm-hmm. Right. I'm excited because I haven't really seen him too much. So I'll just say keep. Santana and Ortiz, keep.
Although I would love to see them somewhere else where they can get some shine.
That's where they could get more shine.
They're by far the second best tag team in AEW, but you wouldn't know it because the Young Bucks, bury everybody.
Exactly.
Exactly. Next is might have mixed reactions. Pac.
The Boston. I would let him go so he can go and continue to work Dragon Gate USA.
I mean, I'd keep him. I mean, because this is going to be. I mean, I think he's great. I think he's one of the best talents in the company. I mean, they're sort of using him as a low carder, but he also really hasn't committed to being in the country that often. But I'd keep him. I would his employment though. If he wants to work, and he's got to commit to being here for a few months at a time. And if he doesn't want to do that, then he can do what RJ suggested. He can, do Rev Pro and whatever they still have in the UK, and go to Japan and where they tape 2.5 months of TV over 3 days.
I would say get rid of him because he's very talented, and I actually do like him. But it's like the theme of AEW. There's a lot of talented guys, but you only really see I guess the clique of AEW, the Elite, Cody, Jericho. So let him go somewhere else to shine. Let him maybe go back to Ring of Honor. I mean, bring him back to WWE and put him on NXT UK. Fuck it. Let him go to NXT UK and tear it up over there. So that's just my opinion. Next is No More BS. Paul White.
Well, he still has the whale in his theme song.
Oh my god!
You heard that the other night when he came out?
Well, white.
We can't escape that whale, bro. Holy shit. Yeah, you keep. Why not?
Yeah, keep him. Why not?
I get rid of him. I don't understand where he fits in this world, and I realize I said a similar thing about Mark Henry, but they're actually putting Big Show in the ring, and he made the Inner Factory look ridiculous. The visuals just ridiculous, and even if the Factory are ridiculous, and even if they're a job squad, they still shouldn't physically three of them look like they don't stand a chance against one 47-year-old man. He's just too good to beat.
Well,
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
I let your pink slip.
Yeah.
You just give him his pink.
I'm out the door.
Tony Khan just gives him his notice, and Big Show just goes, "Well, I wasn't expecting this at all."
Tony Khan is like Norm from Cheers, where he cries.
Damn, Jericho.
But he fires everyone. So.
Oh, Jesus. Next one is Pento Zero Miedo.
Zero Miedo. You keep him, but you got to push him, man. Come on, bro. How you wasting this guy, bro?
I like him. Keep him.
I mean, this is a whether we keep or fire. I'm definitely keeping Pentagon. I'm definitely keeping Phoenix.
Same thing. I like Phoenix. I do like Phoenix. Keep both of them.
I already cut the Young Bucks. I mean, so we need to have teams that work that style but can make sense, or they're not quite as ridiculous. So, I've got the Lucha Brothers. I've got Santana and Ortiz, who are calling LAX again, and some others, and that slot is filled. You've got the high flyers, fast, high octane teams, but they're badass. And if you're going to do Penta, if you're going to do these the singles, you can't have. I mean, now we're talking about booking, but Penta loses every feud and every big solo match he's in. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Thank you. Somebody else finally just said what I've been saying for the longest now.
Well, you should meet Steve. Drew, you need to introduce Steve and RJ.
Well, I know who Steve is.
Okay,
I know Steve very well.
Because Steve goes crazy about that, but he's right. I mean, Penta lost that match to Cody, and Cody was going off for 4 weeks to film a TV show. They couldn't give him one match against. I mean, they tried to turn him heel and give him that stupid interpreter, which he doesn't need, because he doesn't. One of those few guys who doesn't need to speak a word of English for you to know exactly what he means. And he loses that match? Come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Cody, bro, it's.
But Cody's been better than that sometimes. Like, he got killed by Brody, and of course he beat Brody back again. He just got killed by Malachi, and you know he's going to beat Malachi when he comes back. I mean, he is predictable, but he isn't as bad as Jeff Jarrett was. I mean,
no, Jeff Jarrett was terrible.
Ain't not great.
But that match he should have lost. I mean, if you're trying to build Penta, you had to lose.
Mm-hmm. He could have had Penta break his arm if he was going away from the time.
Yeah, he was teasing the arm injury before, so why wouldn't Penta just break the arm? Exactly. He already had an out.
Yeah, you look at Penta.
Exactly, Jeff.
Penta is a jacked up Rey Mysterio, but a little bit more savage. And in my opinion,
more charismatic too.
AEW ruined him whenever they made him sell for Marco Stunt.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I remember that match vividly. Unfortunately, I just remember saying, "Okay, Penta is jacked and he looks like he could kill anyone. Marco Stunt looks like a fan. He looks like a 12-year-old Make-A-Wish kid." Connor the Crusher, I think, is more over than Marco Stunt. And
Connor's dead, dude.
Marco Stunt is terrible.
I wasn't gonna say it, Jeff, but then you said it. God damn it.
Good Lord.
Marco's awful. Jesus Christ. Next one is Peter Avalon. Bye.
Goodbye.
Next is Willie Hobbs. Keep him.
Willie. Man, don't shoot that ever again.
Wait, what?
You keep Hobbs. He's a prospect for the future, too.
Keep Hobbs.
Next is 10. Preston Vance.
Oh, yeah, he's another prospect for the future, too. Like, I would keep that guy. Get rid of the damn mask and let him be Preston.
I'd keep him also. I don't care if he keeps the mask or not, as long as he's not part of the Dark Order. In my world, there wouldn't be a Dark Order. Or if there was, it would actually be dark.
Yeah.
I guess
so he could do, give him like a mask or something cool to make him like badass.
Yeah.
Next is Kevin James.
Goodbye, out of here.
Who?
QT Marshall.
Are you talking about QT Marshall?
QT Sheen James.
Man.
His. Well, that's the wrong show. Kevin James was on King of Queens, and you're doing 2.5 Men.
Well,
but he just
said
like Charlie.
Kevin James Sheen, so we're doing. I guess I'm doing both things.
Okay. So he dresses with the bowling shirts. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, he's fired, and he can take his bowling shirts with him.
My back is getting tight.
Awful.
I'm waiting here in traffic on the Queensboro Bush tonight. I don't care, 'cause all I want to do is cash my check and drive right home to you. That's the King of Queens theme.
Oh, God. Kevin James.
Kevin James keep. QT Marshall fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Next is Ricky Starks, keep him.
Yeah, you keep that guy. You keep Starks. The revolution is televised.
You keep Starks, but only because they got small faces. They need some small heels too.
Right. Ricky Starks is a great because he has a face. Facials, but he also has a punchable face.
He's got a very punchable face.
I just wish you would stop trying to be like The Rock. Like, just be yourself, dude. Next is Sammy Guevara. Keep him. Oh boy.
I mean, I already got rid of Jungle Boy and Orange Cassidy, so I mean, we're still have. I mean, the young core of this company is too small. All of their young stars are too small. But if I just got rid of two of them, I guess I can keep one more. Sammy is funny. I've seen him up front, up close, 3 feet apart. If he was the lifeguard at your pool, you'd be like, huh, that guy could save my life. But, if you got into it with him at a bar, you would be like, that guy's definitely kicking my ass. That said, I'd keep him.
RJ?
Love him as the rest of the world is.
RJ?
Yeah, I keep Guevara. Part of my young core, man. Like, he's definitely a guy I have to keep, man. Charismatic, can work. As long as he keeps a good head on his shoulders, he should be fine. So, I keep Guevara.
The cue cards thing won me over.
That's funny. I was never a fan of him at first, but then he grew on me because he's just really charismatic, and I personally prefer him as a heel because he just has a punchable face. But I like him. Next is
he's also. Let me just tell a little story about him. When I saw him, it was at Starcast. I was there for the Full Gear show at Starcast the day before. And they had a lot of their wrestlers coming there for basically 3 or 4 hour shifts. Sammy Guevara was the first one there by far, except for the people who were, not AEW talent, like Lumini, who was there just to sell autographs and things like that. He also stayed way past whatever his shift was on. His backpack was packed, but he stayed. He spoke to every person in line. He took pictures with everyone. He had a smile on his face. He was high energy the whole time. So if you're going to reward someone, that's like John Cena, Cal Ripken kind of shit. So, respect for that, because he obviously did the fan service. Like most of the other people, listen, I don't blame them, but either while they were there, they were bored or lethargic, or once their shift was over, they were out, not him.
And I think you told me that before, and I remember saying to you, I always heard he's a super sweet guy. And it's weird because he plays such a good heel.
It's a true story.
And I don't doubt it, because I always heard he's such a very nice guy. So that's good to hear. That's good to hear that he just said, "Fuck it, I'm going to stay here because I like the fans and I want to talk to them and get to know them." So that gets you a long way, especially in wrestling. Next is Scorpio Sky. Bye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Roderick Strong.
Yeah, Ooh, that's rough. Call someone Roderick Strong.
Oh god.
He's Black Roderick Strong.
Can't say that you're all wrong with that. Yeah, I guess I'd let him go. I mean, I've kept some other people that were sort of on my cusp. I think my most controversial cut was probably the Young Bucks and Jungle Boy. I can go with him. I guess I could go with Scorpio Sky. The only reason I have a regret about this is that they have so few people in their Fed. They have so few, especially male African American single stars or tag stars that they can build around, and they haven't done jack with him. He could be something, like if they had like a cruiserweight version title, but they'll never do that. I'm conflicted. I'm going to keep him. Conflicted. I don't know exactly why, but I'm going to keep him.
All right. Sean Spears. Bye.
Bye.
Sean Spears, he can get the front door. I help pack his bags too. I help pack his bags. I help book the airport tickets. He gotta go. You gotta go, bro. I'm still trying to figure out the difference between him and Ty Dillinger.
It's like
Fuck out of here.
Go back to your hot, untalented wife.
Oh God.
Where are they going to go? Canada or Australia?
Who cares?
Billy Kay. Do do do.
Oh God. Next is Sunny Kiss. Ooh.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, go, yeah. Fuck out of here. Bye. Sorry.
Toward the door.
Yeah, you go ahead and go shake it at a strip club or something. I don't care. We don't need you here in wrestling.
Next is Sting.
Tony Schiavone.
Sting.
No, Tony. The greatest rock band of all time. Kiss. Tony Schiavone is something, man. Oh God.
He clearly does not care anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with Sting. I would get rid of him. I think the novelty is long worn off, and it's just awkward. And I'm not even sure that there was ever a Sting bump, because the bump that night, Shaq also was debuting on TV. So and the bump went away after Shaq went away. So I don't know. No, sorry, Sting. Even in his prime, I was never really a Sting guy.
All right. I guess get rid of Sting, because it never really made sense for him to be in the first place. Because the thing about Sting that everyone's always said is that he's in it for the money. He obviously doesn't care about wrestling. He likes to get paid, and that's fine. But it's just like he really doesn't really do anything. Like he adds nothing to Darby, and Darby doesn't really need him. Like Darby's already over. So get rid of Sting. Get rid of Sting. Let Sting go back to Long Beach or where the fuck he's from.
Woo!
All Sting does is not put over younger talent. I mean, Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky are two examples of that. And, not that I think that 2.0 or, Everrise should or would be stars or should go over, but they are younger. And so, I think they know their role in this business is to be sort of the butt of but they don't need to be in AEW either. And,
of course.
And there's only so many of them around. I mean, who are they going to put against Sting and Darby next? Chaos Project? Well, Darby's going to be in a program with Punk, maybe, which also doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But
oh my God. What?
I don't see any reason for Sting.
All right.
Yeah, Sting, keep him in the back off of TV. That's it. I keep him.
Send his ass.
I'll keep him for backstage purposes, but other than that, yeah, you keep him backstage.
Stu Grayson.
Cut.
Bye. And
fuck out of here.
Last on the men's roster is Wardlow. Keep him.
Yeah, you keep it. This is war. Wardlow.
All right, now we're done with the guys. Let's go to the girls. All right.
Oh boy.
Abaddon.
Ugh. Very shindy. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Bye-bye.
You let her go.
Jeff.
Oh, Obi.
Jeff.
Yeah, you let her go. Yeah, you let her go. Sorry. Not sorry, but yeah, you gotta let that rock.
All right. Allie the Bunny.
She's hot. What does that do for wrestling? Like Kevin Castle says all the time.
He says a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really on the Alley the Bunny train.
Yeah, she
damn,
can
Jericho, you trying to block everything.
She can hop out of this fucking arena. Bye-bye.
Well,
goodbye.
I got rid of a bunch of tag teams, so I'm keeping the Butcher and the Blade, so I'm keeping the Bunny, because, yes, she is hot, but she doesn't need to be in the ring. often or at all.
Next is Anna J.
Oh,
Keep her.
yeah, you keep her. She's sensational too.
Keep her. And Lucky Jungle Boy.
Especially that Jungle Boy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Somebody's got to win in that family.
Right.
They're with the damn pants.
She's going to need someone to console her. And, I mean, that's what the GM does.
Oh,
bad
boy, Jeff Letman.
Then in this world, I'm Dario Cueto.
I do not care about you. You will have a match tonight against my brother, Matanzo.
Or you could drink 3 scotches and do 3 lines with me and spend the evening in my office.
Oh.
I'm surprised Cody has never been on that show because he would fit in like greatly. All that
Dario Cueto was just the greatest wrestling character since Mr. McMahon.
Yeah, I'm glad he's back in MLW now.
So interested to see what they're going to do, how far they're going to let that go.
Yeah, me too. I think they can do it.
Sure. They're small enough to be unafraid, and they're on Vibe, which is a network which is unafraid.
Mm-hmm.
I need to keep.
That is true.
I need to keep up with MLW. I've been kind of lagging, but I will definitely keep up with MLW.
Oh God.
Bye.
I honestly, I didn't know she was still with them.
Yeah, bye.
Okay. Brandy.
Oh yeah,
Rhodes.
that was a bye. That was a bye. Sorry. Yeah.
Bye. Brandy Rhodes.
She's the chief brandy officer. Come on. She's an action figure. You have to keep her.
Mm-mm-mm.
She's the host of Heels.
She sucks.
Yeah. Goodbye.
She sucks.
You wish.
Sucks.
You wish.
Sucks.
You wish.
I don't wish. I don't wish. I don't want her anywhere near my dick.
Cool. Liar.
Oh, Jesus. Next is champion Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Keep. She needs to get better in the ring, though.
Yeah, last night was ugly.
Like, she's all character, but she really needs to get better in the ring. RJ, what do you think?
Yeah, she needs to tighten up those wrestling skills. That's for sure. Yeah, I definitely agree. But you keep her. She does that one thing that a lot of the other girls can't do. She can talk, and she's got her whole act down together. So yeah, why not?
She's MJ female. I mean, she's great.
Right.
Next is Emi Sakura.
Who?
Emi Sakura.
Oh, the Freddie Mercury one, the one from Japan? No.
Yeah.
Bye.
And I heard they're threatening to bring her back over. No. Intercept that. Run that flight around.
I just pictured Jeff just literally like taking the plane and spinning it and just bye, get out of here.
I'm scrambling the F-14s right now.
Right.
Next is RJ. Did you say keep or fire?
She gotta go.
Next is Sheeta, Hikaru Sheeta.
You keep Sheeta, but yeah, you keep Sheeta.
Hammerlock Hangover has to stick together. Nobody gives a Sheeta about Sheeta.
I agree. When she was champion, it seemed like she was doing more sitting than actually wrestling. So, bye-bye. Jade Cargill. Keep her because, one, she has potential, and two, I want to just think about my fantasies of her cosplaying as Storm. So, keep her.
I was thinking more She-Hulk. I could see it. No, she. Yeah, I mean, look at her. She's a total package. I mean, And all she needs to do is learn 5 moves and be as good as Goldberg. I mean, that's literally all she has to do to be a star.
Right. RJ.
Yeah. Jay Cargill, right?
Jade Cargill.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, of course.
She won last night. Wasn't Rampage supposed to be her show?
It sure looked like it. Based off all the promotion.
Well, she wasn't on it.
She made her debut last night. Jamie Hayter.
Oh my God. Whew. Good Lord. I'm watching AEW for that. She is sensational too, man, and that girl's got some thighs on her. But Jamie Hayter, no, she's good. She's got attitude. And she's good in the ring too. So that's good. They got a good worker.
I know very little about her, but my understanding is that she's at least a professional wrestler, and that's what they sort of envision. I mean, I don't know much. I give myself an incomplete on this one, but I err on her. I would keep her.
Right.
I guess keep her because she's kind of new in AEW, and she's not bad looking. So keep her.
She is fucking. Oh my God.
Yeah, I want to see what she
She can wrap those thighs around my throat, dude.
Jesus Christ.
That first of all, calm down.
Put me out of commission.
Secondly, nobody knew who she was last night. I mean, this was like the thing about AEW is they do surprises either wonderfully or terribly, and I think they've done them wonderful. Like Moxley was a great surprise. Malachi Black was a great surprise. Brody Lee wasn't a surprise, but it was still executed fantastic. But, Andrade was a botch. Leo Rush was a botch. Matt Sydal was a botch. The Brothers a botch. Honey Blade Butcher a botch.
Yeah.
Page, Christian Cage botch. And I would say that Jamie Hayter also botch.
Yeah, I knew who she was. I felt bad for her. She is a good talent, but she's not a big name to the overall audience. Like if you know her from Stardom, then like if you watch Stardom, then you'd be like, okay, yeah, she's a big name in your eyes. But like we say all the time, Drew, not everybody watches Japan, not everybody watches Stardom. So only a few people knew who she was. And it showed last night.
And she physically looks different than the last time I saw her. I mean, she had much different hair. Her body shape was different.
Yeah, she toned down a whole lot while she was away. She's got like freaking abs and stuff now. And she dyed her hair. She dyed her hair blonde. What you call it now from Black Widow? Actually, she kind of looks like Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh. Yeah, she's got that whole look going on there for her. But nah, she's somebody that can be something.
Like maybe if her and B. Priestley came together, we'd be able to figure out who it was just by deduction. But I don't know. I didn't know she was. Yeah. Anyway, that wasn't the question, and so my answer was keep her.
Yeah, B. Priestley is in NXT UK now.
Well, everyone thought Jamie Hayter was in NXT UK too, so that was a dispelled rumor, right?
Yeah, she had a tryout.
All right. Chris Statlander, bye.
Ooh, yeah, I'm going to say that as well.
Yeah, I'm going to say it too. She's a botch machine. And I like Chris Statlander too, like, she's from New York and everything like that, but like, yeah, she's a botch machine too. Yeah. She hurt Nyla Rose, hurt Britt Baker, and hurt herself all in one match. So, very sloppy. Yeah, I'm just, I feel bad, but yeah, nah, she's got to go. Gotta let it rock.
I'm gonna change. I'm gonna keep her. Best Friends is gone, and they need to have some women bodies in there. But I'm not sold. She's another short leash one because I think it was a minor miracle that neither her nor Nyla got injured because they're both botch machines. and they both do power wrestling. But just for that and that alone, I think that I'll keep her. But the alien gimmick, I think, is stupid, but at least it's trying to have a gimmick.
Yeah.
Next is...
I'm not very consistent right now.
next is Eva Bates. I don't know who that is.
Fuck out of here. Get her out of here.
She's the other librarian. She's Blue Pants. No, goodbye.
Bye.
Get her out of here.
Next is Layla Hirsch.
You keep her. She's shooter.
I'm getting rid of her. She's 4'11".
Yeah, that image of her and Camille, I'm like, this is embarrassing.
Yeah. That is ridiculous to watch. That's going to be a spectacle.
I mean,
you died.
I know that AEW is doing the least they can to open that forbidden door and keep that out, and I don't mean that as a shot at her height. That's just a happy coincidence. But like, for anyone who wants to yell at me, this is the equivalent of them sending like Griff Garrison to challenge Nick Aldis. Ooh. You know, I mean, it's basically a tough out jobber. That's who they're sending to have a world championship match on the all-women's historic pay-per-view. I mean, they could have sent Ty Conti, they could have sent Nyla Rose, they could have sent Chris Statlander. There's a whole host of people that they could have sent who at least have, you know, some wins. Penelope Ford, someone. They sent their jobber.
You want to know who I would have sent?
Who?
I would have sent Jade Cargill.
Oh, they don't want to give Jade Cargill the NWA. They don't want to give them that kind of exposure. That kind of stroke. No, yeah, everyone would want to. That's like the women's, you know, fantasy match of Stone Cold versus Goldberg in '99.
Yeah, damn right. And somebody called me crazy for kind of comparing it to that, and I was like, physically on paper, they match up well. Physically on paper, will the match be great? Most likely, 9 out of 10. We don't know, but like on paper, it looks great. Two big brolic women. Like, come on, man.
They're crazy.
Exactly. I know what I'm talking about. Like, I've been a wrestling fan. Been through all different types of wrestling. I lived through the tail of the Attitude Era. I was born around the start of the Attitude Era. Well, the tail end of the Attitude Era going into the Ruthless Aggression. So I've been through it all. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I've seen it. I've seen wrestling at as high as the highs and at the lowest of the lows. So I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I was born before the moon landing.
Jeff, come on. No. Next is Nyla Rose.
Mm-hmm. Nyla Rose. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Out of here.
Bye.
She's just not good. And take Vicky with her because Vicky's not good either.
Yeah, get Vicky up out of it. That whole excuse me, that's a WWE act. We're being WWE light. We're gonna be different from WWE, but we're being WWE light by bringing in Vicky to do her tired WWE act.
For sure, but I mean,
come on,
Nyla's not even good. And as a powerhouse, she should be the one that's actually safer, and she's not. She can't control her own weight and her strength, and she isn't that. It's not like she's Nia Jax, sort of giant, sort of like too big to control her body. So I'm going to say no. This has nothing to do with her gender or anything like that. Just judging her as a women's wrestler in the women's division, she's not very good. And with someone like a Jade Cargill, who's a true powerhouse, and Chris Statlander, who they say is pretty strong, I think that's enough. You only need so many monsters in a division to have 12 competitors.
Right.
Yeah.
And she just, again, she's somebody that they could have pushed from day one as something, but they
chose not to.
They chose not to. They gave it to Kenny Omega's side piece or whatever you want to call it. So bye, Nyla, and take Vicky with you. Next is Penelope Ford. Keep her.
Keep her.
You know, I had a dream the other day. Porn director.
Oh God.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Were you asleep?
Don't. Whatever you do, RJ, or Discord will kick us off.
Nah.
It's already fucking up now. Don't say his name.
Remy. No.
Man.
Yeah, nah. You keep Penelope. I'm joking.
She's talented. She's got something. Just someone needs to.
AEW needs to tap into it. It seems like they don't know how to book women, bro. Kenny Omega, Brandy Rhodes. Like, I don't know who's in charge, but somebody got to get their shit together because it looks like they don't know how to book women, bro. Besides Britt Baker, from week to week, besides Britt Baker, I can't even tell you who else is. Oh, you shoot that again. And you should shoot yourself out of the damn game.
You watching the next game?
I think Britt's doing herself. I think she's booking herself mostly, and like MJF, I think, does it himself. Yeah, but all right, who's next?
Rebel.
She completes the big breaker package. You gotta keep her.
Yeah, she's part of the act. It's fine.
And she's good. She's good to look at too. So, like, you know,
she can wrestle. I mean, she should never be in any matches.
Yeah, no, obviously, like, she's just there to be Britt's side piece or, you know, sidekick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please the pack. Red Velvet.
Keep her.
Keep Red Velvet. Just tell her not to do no more damn dives. I don't want to see her breaking me, for fuck's sake.
She's good looking. She's talented. She can talk. You know,
Brandy 2.0.
but she's more like Zelina Vega size. But you know, I got rid of Layla Hirsch, but so you got to keep one teensy tiny underdog, and you know, she can be the overachieving underdog, babyface.
Right.
Yeah.
Next is Riho. Bye.
This guy needs to be benched, bro. Like, what the fuck? Riho.
Riho can go. Next is Serena Deeb. Keep her.
You keep Serena. They need a coach and they need somebody to teach a lot of the younger girls how to. So, yeah, why not? Keep Serena. I have to keep Serena.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you right now, if I'm starting a women's division, there's 3 women I'm calling straight up right out of the gate. I'm calling Killer Kelly to be my future girl. I'm calling Mercedes Martinez, and I'm calling Serena Deeb. Right off rip.
All right. Next is Ty Conti.
Oh my goodness, my Brazilian wonder. Oof. Yeah, you keep Ty. She's getting better and better. She's somebody that's actually showing some signs of improvement. And she's happy to be there. So yeah, you keep Ty. I'm sorry that it didn't work out in WWE because I thought that she could have been something special in WWE, but obviously they didn't agree, and she's in AEW, progressing. So she needs to pull the other Jolly Green Brazilian there and help him get better because he's awful.
I'm gonna keep her. The condition is that her -1 have to go on a double date with Jungle Boy and Anna Jay.
Ooh, Deuce is killing it right now.
And
my boy.
And also for -1's sake, because he needs training.
For fuck's sake!
They can go see a Pixar movie together or something.
Yeah, they can do that. Next is Thunder Rosa. Keep.
Of course.
Oh, yeah. You keep her in a heartbeat, bro. Like, you don't even... Like, is that even a question? That's a trick question? Evilise? Either? Come on, Quentin, you gotta give that to Deuce, bro. He's the hot hand right now. Yeah, you keep Thunder Rosa by all means, bro. She's gonna make the town. She's gonna bust her ass to make sure she makes the town. Oh my god, bro! We gotta steal in the draft, bro. I love this kid.
This kid is paying attention, damn it.
I'm sorry, bro. Like this kid Deuce McBride, man, he is playing his ass off right now. Man. Obi, the breakaway. Oh, he could have jammed it up, bro. Whatever. Yeah, but yeah. Thunder, you keep Thunder Rosa. She's gonna make the town. She's what her work ethic and her drive is what a lot of women's wrestlers should look at and want to be, in my opinion. You know, and she always has my respect.
Right. And last on the AEW, AEW women's roster is Yuka Sakazaki.
You know what? She would be one Joshi girl I'd keep.
She the magical girl?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would keep her.
For diversity's sake, I'd keep her. I don't think she's terrible. I mean, she's not as good as Sheeta, but she's got a personality. So, I mean, again, short leash. Hopefully, she'll get better.
She's better than Riho.
Oh yeah, I mean, just Rio's so small that everything she does is unbelievable. I mean, none of these women. I mean, Sheeta was the closest thing they had to a Io Shirai or Asuka Kairi Sane,
right?
And she was a step below them, and these other women are many steps below her. But
right,
Yuka, she at least has a personality. So yeah, I mean, keep her there for a while. But again, one of my short leash projects.
Right. Sakazaki, I think she's cute, and I think you like Jeff said, she's a gimmick, and she's got personality. She looks like she's happy to be there. Whereas Riho, she looks very wooden, very strange. I don't know. And Emi Sakura, just which Jim Cornette calls her fat, not a shape. Fat, what's the lady of CBS? Oh my god, it's funny. Yeah, it's funny. Margaret Cho. Margaret Cho. He calls her a fat Margaret Cho. Oh god, yeah, it's funny. But
Cornette wonders why he's in trouble all the time.
Yeah, right.
He makes it clear he doesn't give a fuck.
Especially.
Oh, I mean, well, his brand is to piss off 50% of the people. I mean, that's his whole thing.
And no one has half the battle sometimes, right?
All right, that was the entire AEW roster. Do we even bother with the Impact Wrestling roster?
I guess we can skim through it real quick. Try to make it as quicky as possible.
Right.
Sure, show, man. You say how long you want to go. I'm not sure how long it's been.
It's been 2 hours and 27 minutes. I'm pretty sure.
I'd hold it off on Impact then for a future show.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure we could skim.
That's a long show.
I'm pretty sure we could skim through this because I have no idea who any of these people are.
Okay, go for it.
We could just do like a speed round or whatever. Ace Austin.
Rapid fire.
Ace Austin. I don't know who that is.
I keep Ace.
For Impact, I'll keep him.
AC Romero.
Fire.
Alex Shelley. Bye.
You keep him. He's a vet.
I fire him.
Bhupinder Singh. I don't know who that is.
Fire.
Black Taurus.
Oh, you keep him. That dude's incredible. Look up his work, Drew. He's incredible.
I keep him. He's like Mantor with attitude.
Yeah, but he's so much of a great worker.
Brian Myers. Bye.
Get out. Once Kurt Hawkins, always Kurt Hawkins. Sorry. Goodbye.
For Impact, I'd keep him. What's the difference?
And he's wrestling Christian Cage for the Impact title this next Friday. So.
Oh, God.
Of course he is. Sure. Naturally.
Chris Bay. From what I see,
you keep Chris Bay.
Good. Yeah.
Chris Bay. I don't like Chris Bay. He's the most broody wrestler I've ever come across. I find him.
Chris Sabin.
Hail Sabin!
Chris
Sabin. Vet.
Crazy Steve. Bye.
Yeah. I'm not too in that. I mean, I like the dick. I like Black Taurus and Rosemary, but yeah, Crazy Steve don't really move the needle for me. I get rid of him.
What did you say, Jeff?
Fired.
Davari, keep him.
Davari, me.
Which Davari?
Sean Davari.
Sean?
Yeah.
Sean Davari is a producer with WWE and works for MLW.
And he's an Impact? What the hell?
I'm looking at the list. He's on the Impact Wrestling roster list.
He's got one of the most fuck deals of all time.
If you're correct, sure, keep him. Work for everybody. He's the forbidden door.
And I'm Iranian, and he's Iranian, so I got to show some love for my Iranians.
He's got himself into some killer shape too. Holy shit!
Really? Tress said you were Latin the other day.
Tress is a liar. Tress is a liar, and she knows it.
Oh God!
No, actually, she said that she didn't know what you were, but she knew the one thing you weren't was Latin.
Yeah, Tress likes to run her mouth. Diener, I don't know who that is.
No
Fire.
idea. Don't know who it is, so fire.
The Good Brothers.
Fire.
Fire. Jesus Christ.
Fire Cannon.
Yeah. Especially Doc Gallows. Good Lord, he's awful.
Eddie Edwards.
Fire.
Holy
shit. Impact has allowed him to be so lazy. He is fat now. He don't even remotely look the same anymore. Somebody talk about putting the American Wolves back together. At least Davey Richards stayed in shape. Eddie Edwards, holy shit,
he looks like the Wolves' prey.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh, he looks awful.
And he has two.
I don't even recognize Eddie Edwards anymore.
And he has two first names, so bye.
Yeah, get the board. Just bland, generic.
We don't know that Yari can't be a first name where, in Persia.
No, Yari is actually a last name. It's actually a brand of cars.
It's not even your name.
It's a part of my last name.
I know it's a part of your last name, and so is John's son, but John is a first name. Uh-huh.
Whatever, Lip Man.
Okay, you know a lot of people named Lip.
I know Lisa Lips.
Yeah, but do you know a lot of people named, like, Lip Johansson or something?
I don't know. Listen, I'm done having. Let's move on. Let's try to finish this list. Eric Young. Bye.
Fire. A fire in a heartbeat.
Hey, Eric Young. My goodness.
I don't know who that is.
Bye. He's the little sumo wrestler. Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye. Out of here.
Heath. I guess.
I like Heath. Let him work.
Yeah,
at least I see something more on Heath than I do Hawkins, that's for sure, or Myers, whatever you want to call him.
To quote Brock Lesnar, I don't give a shit about your kids. Fired.
All right then. Hernandez. If this were 2010, I'd care. Bye.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, Hernandez got to go. I like Hernandez too, but got to go.
Jake something. I don't know who that is.
He's a big dude. Like he's a prospect. I'd keep him.
I'd keep Jake something.
Because he actually looks like something.
Huh.
James Storm. Keep him. I like him.
Keep Storm.
I like James Storm.
Joe Doring.
Joe Boring. Out of here.
I keep him. He's a big guy. I'm gonna keep any big guy that.
He looks like the leader of a Klan rally. That fucking mustache and that buck tooth he's got. Oh my God. Joe Doring. He puts the boring.
John Schuyler?
I don't even know who the hell that is. Fire.
I don't know who that is either. Fired.
Johnny Swinger? That sounds familiar.
Johnny Swinger? That guy's still wrestling? Holy shit. Johnny Swinger's been swinging it ever since I was born. Yeah, fired. Get out of here, man.
Because we learned how old RJ is, so yeah, we're firing this guy.
Yeah.
He's been there. He's been in the business for 27 years at least. Good Lord, out of here.
Josh Alexander, the X Division champion.
Keep him. He's a monster. And at some point, he needs to be back with Ethan Page again. If they're just going to slap that poor guy in another tag team.
Keep him.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, he's not bad.
Oh, he's a beast. That dude's a beast.
Oh yeah, he has a nice look to him. I think I guess the old school wrestling trope where he's like wearing that headgear. I think
the headset.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So
I think the headset's also to protect him from like concussions too, because I know he had to retire like a few years back because of concussions.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Caleb with a K.
Oh, fucking fire! Get him out of here.
Yeah, fired.
Larry D.
Larry D's nuts. Out of here. Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
he's part of that fat ass tag team. They literally have two fat guys together called Triple XL.
Yeah, he can go.
I'm not joking about this, guys. They have a tag team called Triple XL over there.
Jesus.
And it's him and the other guy, him and Ace Romero. They're supposed to be heels, but you look at both of them and you just feel sorry for them because they're massively and morbidly overweight. And you know that maybe they could be one cheeseburger away from having a heart attack in the middle of the ring. Like, so, I mean, come on, man. That's just bad, bro. It's bad. It's shindy wrestling, man. Like Joey Number says, shindy.
Well, that's basically Impact.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Madman Fulton.
I'd probably keep him.
I'd keep him. Yeah, they need some. We're pretty much firing everybody. So yeah, I mean he showed some improvement since his WWE days. So I'd keep him.
Next is the current GCW champion, Matt Cardona. That's a
fire. I fire him in a heartbeat. Woo woo that.
I'd keep him, but I would book him completely differently.
Matthew Ray Wolt.
I don't even know who the fuck that is. I'm not even gonna pretend like I do either.
Yeah, I'm firing him.
Next is Moose.
Fire.
Fire him so he can go be a star in another company.
Yes, exactly, because
he keeps opting. He just re-signed for 2 years. He doesn't want to be a star anywhere.
Fire him so he can go to another company, Jeff. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because good lord, he's an idiot. Because
he'll re-sign with like Champion Wrestling of Memphis.
Jeff's right. He did sign for 2 years, and this guy is losing to Steven. He's losing to Chris Bay. He's losing to all these guys that are like 200, like 170 to 200 something pounds, bro. And you're this big monster man, bro. Like, what are you doing? That's why I don't want to ever hear anybody talk about Impact books better than WWE. Like, get out of here. Fuck out of here.
Impact just doesn't give a shit. That's
yeah. Next is No Way.
Oh, God. Fire. That's awful. No way. Really? Why not just call the fucking guy Jose?
Well,
I'll keep him. I don't know why.
He can conga line all the way out of the arena. Bye.
He can line off the bridge.
Petey Williams.
You keep Petey.
He's still around?
Yep.
He's still around and still doing that Canadian Destroyer too.
Sure, fine. Keep him. Whatever.
Petey.
Man, we're almost done with this. Raj Singh.
Fire.
Rhino.
I'm tired of the Indians. That might sound racist, but all these they're bringing all these giant Indian guys and all of them are green. Like, get out of here. Like, all suck. The only guy that's probably good, and you're probably coming up on his name pretty soon, is Rohit. Like, he's the only like Indian guy or whatever that has some type of promise. Jesus. The rest of them suck.
Jesus Christ.
Gendering.
God, he's the main proprietor too. Good Lord.
RJ shows his true colors.
That's right.
RJ's against India.
Someone's just going to take a snippet of you saying, I'm tired of these Indians.
I'm tired of India. Damn, Obi.
It's like, known podcaster RJ doesn't like Indians.
What? I feud with a lot of Indians a lot on the E-Feds, so I mean I was clapping back at some of them earlier, so yeah, it kind of looks like that right now.
Oh my god! Next is Rhino. Bye.
Ooh.
Rhino.
Oh, Rhino.
Oh, yeah. Bye.
That out of shape.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Rhino.
Next is
You and your one trick pony gimmick for 20 years.
Next is Rich Swann.
Oh, he looks awful. When female friends of mine text me and they're disgusted at the fact that guy was Impact World Champion, you got a problem.
Oh yeah.
Like one of my friends literally called me on the phone, disgusted that Rick Swann was the TNA World Champion. Her words, TNA World Champion.
Wow, she knew what TNA was. All right, well,
I know, right?
yeah,
Well,
fine.
we used to watch it at our house when we were younger, but like, yeah, like she's like that guy Rich Swann that was on WWE like last year or whatever. Like he's the Impact World Champion, the TNA World Champion. Like that. Ugh. How did that happen?
I agree with her.
I was like, yeah, that's pretty bad. And I like Rich Swann too, but it's just like, yeah, he looks awful. He looks like a crackhead.
Next is Rohit Raju.
Now he's entertaining and he's a good wrestler. Like he's one of the Indian guys that I would, because like I said, he's entertaining and he can wrestle. Go, but he's more of a mid card guy. He's not a guy that's making you money or anything like that. But he's a guy I would keep.
Just to keep the Vinaya off of RJ's ass, I'll keep him.
Next is Sam Beal.
I don't even know who the hell that is.
Ooh.
So fire.
Sam Beal.
Sam Beal.
No, James Mitchell's new name? I don't know. Fire.
James Mitchell.
Sammy Callahan.
Oh god.
Ugh,
He is
fire.
just unappealing. Shindy, another guy, just independent wrestling, nothing more, nothing less. He looks disgusting.
Shira.
Muhammad Shira, he's
S-H-
awful.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Oh, I know who he is. He was
That's
the one
a
he
big
was trying to get over that stupid dance about 5 years ago.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So bye.
Or the yeah.
And then they brought him back. They brought him back recently as the heel to be Rohit. But he's awful. He sucks.
I'll keep him because he's got big pecs.
Sure.
Yeah, with some muscles on TV.
Training is next is a Shogun Jackson Stone.
I don't know who the hell that is.
I don't know, so I'm going to say keep him.
Next is Steve Macklin.
Oh, that's Steve Kula. Yeah, goodbye. Generic, boring, bland. Yeah, Impact is going to make you a star, buddy.
TJP.
Okay. Oh God, get him out of there.
Awful. I'm just gonna say bye already because I want this guy to just divorce wrestling and just leave and never come back. Tommy Dreamer, bye.
Yeah, goodbye. Take your titties, take your belly, and get out of wrestling. Goodbye already. Like Monty said it best the last show we did, Drew. 2021 and Tommy Dreamer main event in a pay-per-view. Like, come on. Like, come on. That's bum. That's bum. Bum juice.
Bum.
Yeah, like, come on now.
What say you, Jeff?
Oh, fire. Absolutely fire.
Trey Hill.
You keep Trey. Trey's another young prospect, young extra. And he's getting bigger too. Like he's not one of those guys that wants to stay small forever. He's getting bigger. So Trey, I keep Trey. He looks like something, and he's honestly he's the missing piece to MSK. I would rather see him in NXT, but you got to keep some young prospects at Impact to the degree.
Jeff?
I don't know. I'm going to pass. I don't know. I have no idea.
All right, there's just two more. W. Morrissey, the former Big Cass.
I'm keeping him.
Oh, yeah, Big Cass. Yeah, he's looking like a monster over there, man.
I mean, he's most likely to die, but
Oh God.
Oh my God. Willie,
that little that section on his chest, that looks uncomfortable to watch. Like I kind of feel Jeff there. Like it feels like at any moment, like his heart's gonna, like his chest is gonna explode.
No. Obviously, he found the Warriors stash. He found the Warriors and Kerry Von Erich. It's just,
oh God, ooh.
This right here, this is W. Morrissey. Shit. Willie Mack. Willie Mack.
Oh, he was another one that looks awful.
Bye.
For television. Just, he's a good wrestler and everything like that, but he's got no charisma. Cosmetically, like, he doesn't look great. Like, you can't present that on TV. And no wonder Tony Khan didn't put none of these guys on AEW TV to promote any pay-per-views for Impact. Why should he? They look like shit. I'm sorry. Like, you gotta call a spade a spade. Like, you gotta look good to be on TV.
I like Willie Mack. Keep him. It's Impact.
All right, so let's get to the
But then
women.
again, yeah, you're right.
Let's get to the women, but let's really speed through these because we got about 14 minutes until Spreaker cuts me off.
All right.
So let's just do like fire or keep. All right.
Right.
Alicia Edwards.
Fire.
Fire.
Chelsea Green. Keeper.
Fire.
Keeper.
Deonna Purrazzo.
Keep.
Keep.
Keep. Havoc.
Keep.
I don't know who she is.
Jordan Grace.
Keep.
Ugh. Fire.
Fire. I don't care for her. Kimber Lee.
Fire.
Fire.
Madison Rain.
Fire.
Absolutely fire.
Fire. Never. Rachel Ellering.
Fire.
Fire.
Jesus. Rosemary.
Keep, but she's gotta cut down on that weight. She got really big, and that's not me being mean because I'm not one of these guys. Because I like thick women, but like for wrestling and being athletic, you gotta be in shape. There, it's like Rosemary's kind of lost a step because it doesn't look like she's in shape.
Well, based on what I just heard, I'm firing her. I mean, when I saw her, she was in shape, but no, a fat Rosemary, not interested.
Yeah.
Once on time, Rosemary had some buzz to her, but then I think she got too comfortable and just decided, fuck it, I'm in Impact. Yeah, WWE should have maybe should have got her a long time ago, but she obviously where she's at because she can do.
I think Rosemary's more closer than 40 than not, so yeah, I don't think that was going to work out.
Okay, never mind. Fire. Fire. Savannah Evans. Savannah Evans.
I don't even know who that is. Fire.
No idea who she is.
Sue Young.
Good, but I hate all the wacky gimmicks. The Susan shit. Like, nah, they gotta call it the silly gimmicks and let her just be Sue Young. But you keep her.
I'm keeping her. I like silly gimmicks.
Tasha Steelz.
Ratchet, but you keep. Tasha knows who she is, so.
Is she Marty Bell?
Huh?
Is she Marty Bell? Or those two different people?
No, it's two different people. They're both Dominican, though.
Well, that's right. Well, at least now I'm the one who seems racist. Keep her.
Next is Taylor Wilde.
Yvette, keep Taylor.
I don't know who that is, but I love the name, so keep her.
Tennille Dashwood.
Damn, my man just shot an air ball. Tennille, yeah, you keep Tennille.
Keep her.
Bye, Tennille.
Emma Lucian.
Tennille.
All right, so we did the damn near and pop. We went through the entire AEW and Impact Wrestling roster.
Woo! I need a ribbon.
Cool. Feel good.
I need something to eat. Fuck. Anyways, guys, great show. Jeff, I appreciate you for coming on. At such short notice.
Yeah.
RJ, it's always a pleasure as usual. These are kind of like
Absolutely.
I guess these are kind of like our traditional Saturday shows. Like this.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
For the most part. Go ahead and plug your stuff, guys. Whoever wants to start.
All right. Wrestling podcast, Hammerlock Hangover. You could subscribe on the Wrestling Soup Network or wherever you can subscribe to podcasts, Spreaker, Apple, Spotify, Podbeam, iHeartRadio. Also, my non-wrestling podcast is called Garden of Doom. You can subscribe to that wherever as well. And if you subscribe to Hammerlock Hangover on Wrestling Soup Network, you'll get Garden of Doom anyway. I would say it's sort of like Joe Rogan, but not as long and with less politics. And, of course, without a $100 million budget. But sort of we explore things that are the alternative, but not solely the alternative. So check it out. But among some of my guest hosts, we have guests. PJ Black, a professional wrestler. You might know him as Justin Gabriel. He was a guest, but we didn't talk about wrestling. We talked about African lore, the origin of the Dogon people, the Anunnaki, things like that. I visit that a lot. I've had different kinds of clergy talking about theology and mythology, especially the mythology of theology. I've got some UFOologists, etc. And also a spin-off, Garden View. Same thing. It'll be on all the same platforms. And that's going to be more interviews, because I've had a bunch of serious interviews, more mainstream interviews on Garden of Doom, and sort of it seems like I need like that's more strictly mainstream and one that's alternative. But my premiere is going to have retired chief of detectives from the New York City Police Department, Joseph Borelli, who was the lead detective in the Son of Sam case. And he did reveal something to us that he says he hasn't revealed to anyone else ever. So we broke a little bit of news.
I definitely want to know that. RJ.
You can, subscribe to our podcast, Brother Monty, the Brother Monty podcast. I'm getting tongue-tied. And you can subscribe to my solo podcast, RJ and the Savage Squad Show. And follow me on Twitter at LowRJUnlimited. And, that's it. And vote for the Raven King on WEW. I got a match right now.
Yeah, all hail the Raven King.
Vote for the King.
The King.
All hail the Raven King. I'm better than Triple H.
Who's the Raven King?
I didn't have to bone anybody's wife or anybody's daughter. I became the king organically. Hunter, if you got a problem with it, you can come find me.
All right. That's the matchup I want to see. Triple H versus the Raven King.
Yeah, I owe him for fucking Storm before she went to the main roster.
All right, guys. You know where to find me. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Drew Yari Show. Support the Patreon, of course. You can find me at the Drew Yari Show on Patreon. It's traditionally non-wrestling related, but sometimes we'll cover wrestling topics. I do shows with RJ, which recently we've been doing a lot on Saturdays. This particular episode, both platforms. I might put both on Spreaker and on Patreon. So we'll see about that. And so me and RJ do a show. It's called Revenge of the Savage Nerds, where we just talk about the nerdy shit we like movies, comic books, other shit like that. Sometimes wrestling. Me and Jeff Lippman, of course, do a show. It's called From Our Lips to Your Ears, where, again, we just talk about the kind of stuff we like. Most of the time, it's not going to be wrestling. We try not to make it too much wrestling. And then me and Ruben Prime do a show called The Worst or the Worst, where we review bad movies, bad TV shows, bad video games. Sometimes under the radar stuff. I need to talk to him to see what we're going to do next. But yeah, subscribe to the Patreon and just show some love to everybody's podcast, including Jeff, including RJ, Ruben, Wrestling Soup, Kevin Castle, John Draper, B-Show Brian, Shaheen, Andrew Carlick, everybody. Show some love to everybody's podcast. And, it goes a long way just to click like, leave a review, leave a comment. So, but appreciate y'all guys. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back next week. What we're gonna do, who's gonna be there, you'll never know. But anyways, guys, laters. Have a great weekend. And oh yeah, I forgot. I'm gonna be on Jeff's show, Hammerlock Hangover, on Thursday.
We're doing predictions for the big pay-per-view events.
Right, we're going to be doing a SummerSlam and I'm assuming a Takeover prediction show.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to try and do something this coming Friday because that's going to be the SmackDown leading to SummerSlam and Takeover, and that's also going to be when Rampage is going to be in show. And the talk is that we might be getting a debut of a certain Punk. So whether that's a solo show or I'll have somebody on, we'll see. But I'll definitely be doing a Friday show or a recording on Friday. But anyways, guys, have a great night, have a great weekend, take care, and peace.
Peace.
Stay evil, my friends.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari. It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari. It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.